Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bryan, Texas here at Nutrabolt Stadium for this winner-take-all Game 3. I'm Rob Hipp alongside my good friend and broadcast partner, Mr. Joshua Harris. This is Georgetown Eagle baseball, where the Eagles moments ago fell to Magnolia in Game 2, 4-0, but Georgetown looking to rebound here as they take on the Magnolia Bulldogs again for this Game 3. For those of you joining us for Game 2, welcome back to Game 3. For those of you here for the first time this afternoon, thanks for being with us here at Nutrabolt Field. The corner's at 325, center field at 400, winds blowing from the southeast around 15 to 20 miles per hour as we are set to start for a good one here. This is a huge game for either team. The winner will advance to the fourth round. Joshua, good to be back up in the booth with you, my friend.
We are excited. We got to just put that last game behind us. And we're in the same position as earlier. We just got to win this ball game, and I'm excited to see Wood come out and see what kind of start he gets and see what Rafer's all about. But you're right. We've got a great game ahead of us, and let's go ahead and get this victory, Rob.
Well, again, for those on the YouTube stream, we'll try to keep up with the scoring. Nathan had to leave as he had a previous commitment, so I'm doing double duties here, calling the game and producing. But leading off here will be Magnolia to start things. Georgetown will be the designated home team here in this final and decisive Game 3. On the mound now for Georgetown will be Grant Wood pitching for the Georgetown Eagles. Leading off will be number 4, the shortstop, Josh Groshans. The first pitch is hit into foul territory off the third base side. The early count here, 0-1 for Groshans here in the top of the first.
Yeah, Bulldogs come up swinging. First pitch, take a cut at it, foul it off. So they're swinging their bats already.
Wyatt Childress will head back behind home plate now as the second pitch will go for a strike as they looked at it, 0-2.
You're good. Yeah, that was a good pitch. That was a pretty pitch.
Next ball is hit, popped up into the air. The center fielder, Ryan Knights, chasing it down in the sunshine with his shades on, grabs it with the left glove, and that's the first out for Magnolia. Great job there, getting things started for Georgetown, Grant Wood.
Yeah, that's what you'd like to see, get started out with an out, get him to pop up, and one away already.
Cole Moore will head back over to first base for Georgetown. In the previous, we had Hunter Savarese because Cole Moore went behind home plate as the catcher. So bring up second in the order, the left fielder, Rance Henry. First pitch on the way is a ball across too low. 1-0 the count here in the top of the first. One out. Grant Wood quickly winds up. This pitch too far inside, and the count moves now to 2-0. Top of the first, one out, 2-0 the count. Right-handed pitch on the way. This one clips the corner for a strike, 2-1. We've got a new umpire there behind home plate now. We'll see if things change.
A little bit of discrepancies on that last game, but he is a new guy, and we'll see what happens here.
Boy, Grant Wood is slinging early here. 3-1 already the count. As we are here in the top of the first inning in this winner-take-all Game 3, Wood quickly on the release. Swing and a miss, 3-2, the payoff pitch upcoming.
Yeah, that was a really good, hard fastball there to get him swinging. Pretty pitch.
Grant Wood, the next one, chops this one over, and Grant Wood is going to do a little flip dip on a 1-3 to Cole Moore for the second out.
Great heads-up drive on the ball there and getting it over to first. Pretty routine pitcher to first base out there. Good job.
That'll bring up the first baseman, number 24, Adam Kloffenstein. Kloffenstein is one of the MLB top 50 prospects, the pitcher here, but he will move over to, stays at first base here in this game. Of course, won't be pitching here in the third either. This pitch a little too high and on the inside. 1 ball, no strikes on Adam.
Can you turn me up?
Want to know the count here. The next pitch on the way. Tip foul. It goes to 1-1 here on Adam Kloffenstein.
Big swing there for Kloffenstein, going after that one, fouling it back. Taylor Woods in there trying to just kind of find his creases, find his zone.
1-1 pitch. This one right up the middle for a base hit. With the single, Adam Klopfenstein. There's a reason that young man is one of those top 50 prospects, and not just from the pitcher's mound, but able to hit as well, showing his athleticism there with that one right up the middle. That'll bring up the cleanup position, the third baseman, number 44, Preston Hoffert.
Yeah, he got all of his bat on that ball there, straight up the middle for a really clean single.
Hoffert, a right-handed batter. Grant Wood on the mound for Georgetown. Pitch on the way. Got him looking for a strike, 0-1.
That's a great first pitch there to set the stage for this at bat. Coming right at him.
Grant Wood, the next right-handed delivery, too far to the outside, brings the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Next delivery, called a ball. Is that one too low into the inside? 2 balls and 1 strike now for Preston Hoffert. Nathan had to head out, man, and I got used to him producing.
Yeah, you're multitasking, but doing a great job. It's a lot to make sure everything's running smooth. So thank you, Nathan, though, for coming again today, and you do such a great job.
3-1 the count as that last pitch was too far to the outside on Preston Hoffert. He's got his options here. Grant Wood on the mound for Georgetown. Base runner on 1. The pitch here, this one hit out to left field. It is going deep. It is gone out of the park. A 2-run home run for Magnolia. Not the way Georgetown wanted to start things. That will be a 2 RBI as Klopfenstein will come in. Hoffert will score as well, of course, from the home run. Give him the hit and the 2 ribeyes, and the stakes continue to cook here for Magnolia.
Wow, Magnolia! I tell you what, he couldn't have gotten more metal onto that ball and just drove it straight out of the park in right field, and they are excited on the Magnolia side over here as the hitting streak, the runs continue. So we need to just get settled in here and get this last out.
Well, that'll bring up the catcher, number 12, Bo Willis. Pitch on the way, too low here. 1-0 the early count on Bo.
Rob, that was one of those home runs where you just hear it and you just go, oh, no, that didn't sound good at all when it's coming from the other side. Well-hit ball.
Next pitch called a ball as well, and now Wyatt Childress, the catcher behind home plate, will head over and talk things over here with Grant Wood, trying to make sure that he finds his composure here in this ball game.
Yeah, it's hard when you get a big home run like that, and you got to just clear your mind and say, okay, it happened, move forward, but it's not easy. It's a lot easier said than done.
This one is hit foul behind the bat. 2-1 the count now for Bo Willis. Next right-handed pitch on the way. This one chopped off the third baseline as it goes foul. The count even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grant Wood, this pitch got away from him. A little Velcro on his hand as it stuck as he tried to go to the outside, way too far outside to bring up a payoff pitch now at 3 balls and 2 strikes on Bo Willis. This one hit over. What a grab. Oh, Jeffrey David almost had the opportunity for the grab there at third. It goes foul as he leapt out for it. I got ahead of my call there. Yeah, great effort, though.
Yeah, he sure did get a good jump on that. It almost made a great play there, but gave it his all for sure.
The count will remain at the payoff pitch here on a 3-2. Right-handed delivery on. This one popped up into the air. Cole Moore going to chase it in foul territory and has the easy grab there. On Bo Willis for a little easy fly 3 action for the third out, but not before Magnolia can score 2 runs. Those 2 runs coming on 1 hit, or beg your pardon, 2 hits. There were no, it's only, 2 hits. I'm sorry, beg your pardon.
2 hits, and included in that is that big blast over the right field.
No errors and nobody left on base Bottom of the first upcoming. We'll step aside and take a break. Georgetown Eagle playoff baseball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue after this.
We are the UIL.
From the coaches
to the players
to the educators.
We've been in your shoes.
Extracurricular activities are essential to the development of our youth.
From proposed rule changes
to the relaxation of transfer rules, we keep it fair.
New academic contests, we hear you loud and clear.
New events are music to our ears. We just added film. That's a wrap.
Educational activities help young people become productive citizens.
From staph infections to steroid use.
To cardiac and concussions.
Health and safety is a priority.
Heat, heart, and health history.
From heat-related illness to head injuries to heart-related issues to the medical history of students.
Your well-being is our priority because we are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
Welcome back to Georgetown Eagle baseball here, leading off in the bottom of the second inning. Georgetown trailing 2-0. Leading off will be the shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey. And the pitch on the way, too far to the outside for Copo. To the early count, 1 ball and no strikes as Joey Raker on the mound for Magnolia. Behind the plate is Bo Willis, the catcher. The right-handed pitch on the way. Cole thought about that one and pulled back, but it is a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, I think that definitely was a pitch he would like to have swung at, but just hesitated. Good pitch to hit.
Next delivery here, up too high for a ball. The count now at 2-1 for Cole Posey. This pitch as he swung and missed on it. And the count now at 2-2.
Rob, we have watched more batters just look at pitches this day than we have the last couple of weeks. It's interesting.
2-2 delivery. This one hit up the middle and diving, making the grab. Wow, what a play by the shortstop, number 4, Jordan Groshans. He's also one of the MLB top 50 prospects, showing his athleticism right there as he lined it right to the shortstop for the first out. That was an incredible play.
But I tell you what, that was an excellent, excellent play on that ball to get that out. I mean, he had to really use his skills to jump up and land onto that ball. 1 out we are.
That will bring up the catcher, number 20, Wyatt Childress for Georgetown. Wyatt stands with that right foot down in the bottom corner of the right batter's box. He's going to call time and step back here. Well, these games happen so fast that we didn't have time to really put together stats from what happened. Wyatt did go 0 for 3 in that game, too, that Georgetown lost 4-0. The pitch here on the way and hit him in the helmet. That is why you wear the helmet, folks. And Childress will reach on a hit by pitch.
Caught him just right up on the top of the shoulder and then off the helmet, and he took it like a champ, and now he's down at first.
Number 23, Cole Moore.
Sometimes you just can't even get out of the way of those, and you just got to take it and hope that nothing serious happens with it. But he seems to be okay.
That'll bring up the power hitter for Georgetown, number 23, the first baseman, Cole Moore. Cole in that previous game went 0 for 3 as well, struck out swinging, and then he was left on in a couple as he popped him up and trying to redeem himself here, the left-handed hitter for Georgetown. First pitch on the way. It's called a ball here, 1-0 for Cole Moore.
Yeah, redeem is a good word for this game because everyone's due for hits, everyone's due for runs and steals, and we just struggled in that last game. But But you're right, everyone's due. So let's make do here and get it going.
Georgetown trails 2-0 here, 1 out in the bottom of the first. Right-handed pitch on the way, too high for Cole Moore. Again, someone left the attic open. It's summer. You close the attic, man. It's too hot outside.
Yeah, the bats will get in there in the summertime as well.
Time was called here. Cole Moore adjusting his gloves. I don't know what's going on here. A lot of time down at the mound and the infield talking things over with Joey Raker. Now they finally step out, but you had your third baseman, Preston Hofford, out there talking, as well as Jordan Groshans. They finally step back into their respective positions. Base runner on one for Georgetown. 2-0 the count here for Cole Moore. Trying to pick on a 1-3. The base runner is going to remain safe out there at first. Is Wyatt Childress, who was hit by that pitch. So your tying run at home plate right now. Cole Moore trying to do the damage for Georgetown here and get them back in this game early, trailing 2-0 here on a 2-0 one-out count. Next pitch on the way. Called a strike to bring the count at 2-1. Magnolia ranked number 5 in the Texas High School baseball poll. They're ranked higher than Georgetown in the Texas High School baseball coaches poll, but we've been going by the highschool.com poll all season. We don't want to switch it up. Georgetown ranked number 4 in that poll.
Yeah, and we need to live up to that ranking in this third and final game here.
2-1, Georgetown trying to steal over. Did Childress get there in time? He's safe. Stolen base, Wyatt Childress over to second.
Childress once again with a great jump, great lead, great jump, and just slid under that tag the way we've seen him do during the season, but also especially during this playoffs. And so good to have that great kickstart there and that great steal.
And the pitch to Cole Moore was a ball. The catcher, Bo Willis, is going to head up to the mound and talk things over with Joey Raker. And just a very quick discussion as he heads back over behind his place at home plate in the catcher's box. Joey Raker, a right-handed pitcher for these powerful Magnolia Bulldogs. Boy, they are putting the growl on early here in this ball game after coming off a Game 2 4-0 victory. 3-1 the count here on Cole Moore, the left-handed hitter. Pitch on the way. Cole pops this one over to the left field. Got a nice crack on it, but it goes foul over the fence. The count now full at 3-2.
Yeah, he got a good cut on it. Just swung a little late and caught it coming around. Foul. We'll straighten that out a little bit here and get this guy to third or home.
3-2 the count, bottom of the first. Georgetown trails 2-0, 1 out. A little countdown on the board now as Wyatt Childress leading off on second base. Joey Raker on the mound, stands with that foot on it. Pitch on the way, had to inchworm, and he walked him. Cole Moore will reach on a walk, and Georgetown has 2 on. Your lead run is now at plate. That'll be the center fielder, number 6, Ryan Neitch. In the previous game, Ryan Neitch went 0 for 2.
Neitch is due now, and it's a good opportunity for him to, like you said, redeem himself a little bit and drive in a run or two here. Because we need it. We don't need to get down again like we did. I mean, when you think about it, Rob, we're really lucky to only have had 4 runs scored on as many hits as they had. That could have been a much higher scoring game for them to only come out of there with 4. We lost, but so we don't want to get behind like that again.
Now you're talking about the hits. Last game, 11 total hits for these Magnolia Bulldogs. They scored 4 runs on it, but they did leave 7 on base. So the Georgetown defense tried to show up, but it just was not enough. Too late.
Absolutely.
Ryan Neitch, the right-handed hitter for Georgetown. The center fielder cleaning up, and this would be a good time to bring him in. Pitch on the way. Georgetown, Wyatt Childress going to steal to third, and he's out. Boy, the Georgetown fans are not happy as Childress looked like he was there in time, and the umpire says, I don't think so, and Childress will be out on a 1-5. That's unfortunate as he was caught stealing.
Yeah, I always want to look down and watch the coach, and I don't see him too frustrated, so he was right there as well. It was close, but and that's the second time we've seen him today get a steal at third, and that's a tough break, though, because we really needed that man there.
Cole Moore did steal over to second, however, so Moore will be at second. They were going for the double steal. Ryan Neitch in a 1-0 count. The next pitch on the way is too far outside, called a ball, and he's now at 2-0. Yeah, I don't know in that situation. I know Georgetown can steal, but I just don't know in that situation, trailing with one out on the board, if you really go for that steal, I would just stay there at second.
Yeah, I think we've had so much success with it this year, those double steals. I think we might get a little too confident, but let's settle back in here and get this man in.
Pitch on the way. This one is a base hit to right field. Georgetown runner is going to come around and score for the Eagles. Comore comes around and scores for Georgetown. Give the ribeye to Ryan Goodnight.
Hard for us to believe that we're just now, after playing baseball for a few hours now, firing up the grill and finally getting a run across the plate. But I always believe that that's the spark you need. You've got to break that ice. And once you break that ice, man, the water can come flooding in, and that's what needs to happen here.
Ryan Nitsch will stand up at first. Jeffrey David, the third baseman, now at bat for Georgetown, and that goes back to the steal. You could have brought in two and tied it. Pitch here on the way, too far outside, 1-0 on Jeffrey David. Don't want to look back at the past, but just making the commentary there that it's one of those you wish you could come back on.
Yeah, you do. You do.
1-0, 2 outs, bottom of the first. Georgetown trails by 1. Tying run at first, trying to pick. The runner is going to stay safe there. That ball almost got away.
Hit the umpire right in the knee.
Yeah, and Georgetown fans aren't happy about that either, because if that would have got away from the umpires, the first base continues to move. That could have been a steal over to second.
Rob, I know we've talked about this, and have you ever seen bases move like they are doing in this beautiful stadium today? I've never seen anything like first and third base moving the way they are.
1-0 the count. 2 outs. Jeffrey David trying to advance his runner to second in scoring position. The second pitch is going to go for a ball, 2-0. And I wanted to let our radio listeners know, or on SHNSports.com, you're not making an analogy. The bases literally are moving.
Moving where the umpire's constantly having to reset them back a foot every time they're touched. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Next pitch on the way, too far outside, 3-0, Jeffrey David. Georgetown holding steady here on a 3-0 count in the bottom of the first inning with 2 outs, trailing 2-1. The tying run is at first base. The lead runner is at home. Right-handed pitch on the way. That one a strike across on the fastball to make it 3-1.
Oh, yeah, he'd like to have that pitch right there back. I guarantee it. That was a pitch to hit. I mean, it was about as straight and as perfect as you can get it for a hitter.
(3-1). This one, foul tip, 3-2.
Full count now. Taking his time. Deep breath.
3-2, 2 outs. Jeffrey David trying to keep it alive here for Georgetown. Georgetown going to steal over this one right up the middle. Georgetown will have runners on the corner. What a hit by Jeffrey David. Back-to-back hits. The Eagles coming alive here in the bottom of the first. The Georgetown Eagle fans, the ocean of blue, clapping on their feet. Runners in the corners at 1 and 3.
You know what I love about the energy in here right now? It feels like it's game 3. 7th inning, we're down by 2, and that's how they feel as an Eagle fan base, because they've had such a great season and followed these guys. They know that this is it, and so they are fired up and in this game today. And it's electric in here, especially on the Eagle Blue side. They are not giving up on their Eagles, that's for sure. We're hearing the clapping going on. We're hearing the chants going on. The Georgetown Eagle chant, and so they are rooting on their boys right now.
That'll bring up the designated hitter, number 13, Logan Drake, who went 2 for 3 in the previous game this afternoon.
Yeah, Drake, boy, he's had a good day. Like to continue that here and definitely bring this man from third home, not pop anything up, get it out of the infield, and drive this ball for a base hit.
With runners on the corner, Logan Drake steps up to the plate, the left-handed batter for Georgetown. The right-handed delivery, too low it goes, and it will be a ball, 1-0 on Logan Drake. Again, 2-out territory. Your tying run is at third base, the lead runner at home. I beg your pardon, at first. Logan Drake in a 1-0 count. Joey Raker trying to keep it going here. This one chopped up foul off the first base line to even the count at 1-1.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that catches your shin there, and you can see him. He's moving a little bit. Also came off the catcher a little bit as well, I think. Did a little a pinball up there on him, both the batter and the catcher, and he's trying to shake it off a little bit. Caught him a good one.
Well, Matt Leishman sending a message saying somebody needs to light a fire, as Nathan would say, under the Eagles' heinies. Please.
So it sounds like, yeah. Kind words from the man himself.
1-1. And Georgetown going to try to steal here, and they're trying to do a little trickeration to bring a runner in. Will they be able to tag him? And he did. Georgetown was trying to do the trickeration here, and unfortunately the runner, Jeffrey David, will be tagged for the third out. I understand it, but you're hitting good. Don't try to trick at that point. Leave it up to Logan Drake, who was 2 for 3 in the previous game. Have the faith that he'll get the hit and bring in the run. But instead, Georgetown opts to try to steal and make that runner on third come home. It doesn't work out for them. And unfortunately, they only get one run. That one run coming on 2 hits. There was no errors. They leave 1 on base.
No, first and third, Rob. We had left 2 on.
They tagged him.
Oh, on base, meaning left him after the out. You're
so
right.
So they tagged him, left him on after. So,
yeah.
Well, Josh, I'll send it over here to you in a few moments as we thank some of our sponsors. Again, you're listening to Georgetown Eagle Playoff Baseball here on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. Rob Hipp here with Joshua Harris. Thanks for joining us as we move into the top of the second inning.
You bet, Rob. Let's go ahead and make sure that we do recognize the great support of SHN and then also Georgetown Eagle Baseball presenting Kitchens, Cruising Kitchen by Cameron Davies. And I don't want to cut that short, so just be ready for that, and I'll get that here the next time we have an opportunity.
Absolutely. Grant Wood on the mound, leading off for the Magnolia Bulldogs will be Cody Wagner, the center fielder. The pitch on the way. Wagner chops this one foul off the third base line. The early count here on Wagner, 0-1. Wagner, the last game for Magnolia, he went 1 for 3. This pitch, he swung and a miss. 1-1, even count. Or beg your pardon, 0-2. Grant Wood quickly back in the rhythm here. Now it's a ball, 1-2 the count. Georgetown trails 2-1 here in the top of the second inning. This winner-take-all game 3 of the regional quarterfinal playoff. Next pitch. Swung on this one, and they say that he is out.
Yeah, he fouled it out. Foul tipped, he dropped it, and then just got him out like they have to do. Yes, sir.
Number 2, Caleb.
So a foul tip, and he's unassisted tag there by Wyatt Childress. Was Cody Wagner for the first out. That'll bring up Caleb Morris, the designated hitter, number 2. The pitch on the way to the right-hander. This one over to the left field. Noah diving. He can't get there in time. That would have been a hard one.
Yeah.
And that will be a stand-up double, maybe a triple as he comes around. Georgetown, can they get there in time? No. That is a triple for Caleb Morris. I'm not going to call an error. That would have been a hard one. Give the triple to Caleb Morris.
That would have been a real hard one. That's one of those ones where you coach and you don't know really what he should do. Should he lay back on it and get it on the bounce, or try for it and it goes back to the wall? That's a hard call, but just a great hit ball, and gets in there for a triple.
That'll bring up Adam Wynn, the second baseman, number 7, 8th in the order. Wynn last game went 2 for 3, scored 2 runs for Magnolia as part of their 4-0 Georgetown shutout. Adam Wynn at the mound, the right-handed hitter. The pitch from Wood. This one is going to be another base hit and another run scored for Magnolia out to left field. Magnolia coming alive here in the top of the second inning, putting in one more run. That'll be Morris coming in and scoring, and Wynn will be credited with the ribeye. That's the third steak they've cooked tonight.
Yeah, bats are still hot for Magnolia here in this game 3. We're going to have to do the same thing. You can just see that already.
Base runner on 1. Swing and a miss here to Shelby Mullins.
Beautiful
1 the early count.
Yeah, beautiful fastball there. Lots of speed on that.
0-1, 1 out, top of the second we are. Magnolia leads 3-1. Georgetown trying to pick on a 1-3 as Wynn standing there on first. The base runner safe. Grant Wood, of course, the pitcher behind Wyatt Childress. Cole Moore at first, Luke Seaback second, David at third, Cole Posey the shortstop. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss here to Mullins, 0-2. Thompson at left field, Ryan Knight center field, and right field is Jackson Seosin for your Georgetown Eagles. Next pitch on the way. Got him looking.
Great.
For the second out.
Great at bat there for the pitcher. He just threw him nice and hard fastballs and got him to go.
Moves back to the top of the order, the shortstop number 4, Jordan Groshans. Pitch on the way, too far outside. Got away here. Childress, can he get there in time? The runner is safe at second. On a wild pitch, Wynn will be able to advance on the wild pitch. Grossens will be in a 1-0 count here.
Yeah. Great jump on that and was able to get in there before the throw, get that steal.
Or I beg your pardon. Wait, who is at bat right now? Is it Henry?
4.
That is Groshans. I'm sorry. Groshans is at bat in a 1-1.
Back up on the top of the inning now, or back at the top of the hitting order.
Wynn is the one who advanced on the wild pitch to second.
Yes, sir.
The count here at 1-1. 1-1 delivery on its way. Too far outside. 2 balls and a strike here on Jordan Groshans, who's 0 for 1 this afternoon. Magnolia leads 3-1. They've scored runs, 2 in the first, now 1 here in the second. 2 outs. Grant Wood trying to end this one and retire. Pitch on the way from the right hand. This one popped way up into the air. Communication in progress here as Luke Seaback, and now he'll hand it over to Jackson Seosin, and Seosin grabs it and the right field fly for the 3rd out. But again, not before Magnolia can find a way to put more points on the board, this time scoring another run. They get that 1 run on the triple that came off the bat of Caleb Morris. He was able to come around and score after Wynn gave him the stake there for the ribeye. So 1 run on 1 hit. There was no errors and 1 left on base. Top of the 3rd upcoming. Josh, I'll send it over to you to go ahead and go through some of those sponsors.
Yeah, let's make sure we get our great sponsors in. Want to recognize our presenting sponsor, Cruising Kitchens. Cameron Davis over there, Davies doing a great job. Cruising Kitchen is proud to support the Georgetown Eagle baseball team. Cruising Kitchen is a custom mobile business fabricator. Their builds range from the world's largest mobile kitchen to full entertainment trailers that include jumbotrons. Cruising Kitchen's website is cruisingkitchens.com. Also want to recognize a organization that the Lord has allowed me to found and be the director of, the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Oak Ridge is a nonprofit, faith-based Christian character building program geared towards men 18 and up who are broken from substance abuse. You're ready for a heart change and not just a mind change. Call us 512-905-2111. Also, go to the website, look at the handbook, www.oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Also want to recognize Wes Strand and Mike Pickle at Texas Traditions Roofing. Texas Traditions Roofing is a proud supporter of Georgetown Eagle baseball. They specialize in residential roofing repair and replacement. Texas Traditions Roofing is online at texastraditionsroofing.com.
That'll bring up Logan Drake here. Thank you, Josh, and thanks to our wonderful sponsors here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Georgetown trails Magnolia 3-1 here in this winner-take-all Game 3. Logan Drake at bat for the Georgetown Eagles, his first at bat of the afternoon in this game. He went 2 for 3 in the previous game. The first pitch here to Logan will be a ball, 1-0. He was at bat, but scratch it off because he was left out there. 1-0.
Yeah, Logan would like to have runners at 1st and 3rd right now like he did in this last inning, but he needs to get himself on first base now.
On a 2-0 here from the pitching hand of Joey Raker there at the right-handed pitch. The next one on the way, the fastball too low, and a quick 3-0 count here on Logan Drake. Good eye there by the hitting sensation at Logan Drake.
Drake does have a good bat, so be prime time to use it right now.
3-0 inside. Called a ball, though, at 3-1. Or beg your pardon, called a strike now, 3-1. On deck is Jackson Seosin, who saved the game last night. Georgetown and Magnolia tied 1 game apiece. Game 3 underway, bottom of the second, the 3-1 delivery. Boy, 3-2 as that one went across the plate. Brings it to a full count.
Yeah, I don't know if that was...
Well, the positive vibes flowing now to Logan Drake. He needs a hit here for Georgetown. No outs. Eagles trail by 2. The right-handed pitch on the way. Logan hits this one, but right into the glove.
He dropped it.
And will Logan beat it out? He does not. Boy, they are waiting seconds to call these plays. I understand, but Logan was on the way. The shortstop, give him credit, Groshans bobbled it around. But they're going to say Logan Drake was not able to get there in time. He could not beat it out. He's out on the 4-3 ground out. That'll bring up the right fielder, number 12, Jackson Seosin. Right-handed pitch to the right-handed batter. The first one inside for a ball. 1-0. You just got to keep playing through it.
You got to keep playing through it. We didn't. I think that was about as close as you can get.
Yeah.
I thought he was there and beat that throw, but you know.
1-0. Too high to the outside, makes it 2-0 now. Jackson Seosin. And the batter's count. Kicks up the right-handed delivery. A swing and a miss on a 2-0. We'll bring it to 2 balls and 1 strikes here for Jackson Seosin.
Yeah, Seosin swung it all of that one, that's for sure.
Action Jackson.
Action Jackson took, I mean, he wanted to take the cover off that ball.
The 2-1 pitch off the right hand, too high, makes it 3 balls and 1 strike now for Action Jackson. Man, you start saying those, you start sounding like Sean Connery. Action Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Action Jackson.
Oh, the fun in the box. Fun in the booth up here.
3-1 delivery on the way, too high. Jackson Seosin will reach on a walk, and that is the second one of the afternoon.
Action Jackson makes it down to first base.
The left fielder, Noah Thompson.
Thompson's got an opportunity now to get this thing going again. We'd like to, you know, they got one this last one. We need to stay up with them. We can't get out of this inning without some runs and expect the way their bats are flying today, the way they're hitting that ball. If they score, we need to score, that's for sure.
Noah Thompson 0 for 2 in the previous game this afternoon. He is looking to get a hit here. Base runner on first is Action Jackson Seosin. Bottom of the second, we are 1 out. Georgetown trails 3-1 here in this game 3. Jackson, boy, he got a nice swing on that, but it is going to roll foul. I say a nice swing. I didn't really mean to say that. I meant to say that he had power behind that swing.
Power behind it. He's a left-handed batter. That's what you want. You want to drive it down that right field line and bring this man around to third on a nice hit. Even single for him will bring this man around to third.
0-1, this one right up the middle, but it's going to be Cody Wagner with the easy fly to center field for the second out.
Yep, and he hit that one straight dead on from taking a big cut and driving it down the right field line to straight into the center fielder's glove. And that's not the hit that he was looking for.
Bottom of the order now, Luke Seaback, who was 0 for 2 in game 2. Back to a right-handed batter for Georgetown. Joey Raker pitching. Bo Willis behind the mound for Magnolia. This one too close on the inside. An early ball here to Luke, 1-0. One 2 out pitch. Too low, 2-0. Didn't look good to me.
No, I'm not taking anything against this kid Raker, but he's definitely not the caliber of pitcher that we saw in that last game. And we can definitely hit this guy. We've just got to believe in ourselves, take our cuts, and let's make this happen.
Next pitch, this one over to the shortstop, and an easy little flip and dip there on a 6-4 ground out. That'll do it and retire the side. Georgetown, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on. They've left 2 on. They trail 3-1. Top of the third, moments away. We'll step aside and take a quick break. Georgetown Eagle playoff baseball on SHN Sports continues in a few moments.
The University Interscholastic League would like to thank its corporate sponsors. Without the generous support of these sponsors, many UIL activities would not be possible. The UIL gives special thanks to Balfour, Baylor Scott & White, Dairy Max, Dairy Queen, Ford, Fox Sports Southwest, Gatorade, Hellas Construction, Max Preps, the NFHS Network, Nike, Register My Athlete, Spalding, and Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. These generous corporate sponsors support the UIL in all its activities, music, academics, and athletics. The UIL appreciates these sponsors and their participation in all that the UIL does in Texas extracurricular activities. On behalf of the UIL and its corporate sponsors, thank you for supporting UIL activities in your community and enjoy the game.
Welcome back to Georgetown Eagle Baseball live here from Nutrabolt Stadium. Rob Hipp alongside Joshua Harris. Hey, friends, don't miss the UIL Baseball State Tournament June 6th through the 9th. For more information, visit uiltexas.org. Leading off here in the top of the third inning for Magnolia will be the left-handed batter, the left fielder, number 3, Rance Henry. He's 0 for 1 out of a 1-3 earlier in the first. The pitch from Grant Woods inside, but it's going to be called a strike. 0-1 the early count here on Rance Henry.
And that's how you want to start this inning, throwing strikes. Let's get them out. Let's get back in and get some runs.
Next pitch on the way, called ball, as that one was too low. 1-1 even count. Grant Wood. 3 runs have been scored here. Georgetown trails 3-1 in this winner-take-all Game 3 of the regional quarterfinal playoff. A Georgetown team that went 16-0 in the 19-5A season, trying to keep their season alive. The winner moves on. The loser will go home. Right-handed pitch. This one hit hard, but into foul territory, into the boxes off the first base side. The count at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
There's a good cut on that ball there. We're lucky that went foul. He had a good rip on it.
Grant Wood kicks up the left leg. The right-handed pitch too far outside. 2-2 even.
And Grant Wood still looks like he's still trying to find a rhythm out there. You know, his control is okay, but not as good as he'd like for it to be.
You know, and on that one, on the 2-2, he throws it way too far outside to bring this to a full count.
Just got to find his zone and throw strikes.
On the payoff pitch, too low, and he walked him. Well, that'll be the first walk for Grant Wood that he is allowed to happen this afternoon. So a leadoff walk for Rance Henry will bring up third in the order the first baseman, number 24, Adam Kloffenstein. He is 1 for 1. Had a hit and was brought in on the 2 RBI by Preston Hofford.
Yeah, Kloffenstein, your big MLB prospect here, committed, and he committed to TCU, you said?
TCU commit, yes,
yeah,
sir.
D1 school, and he's got a lot of talent. We need to get him out of here, though.
1-1 up too high. I beg your pardon, the 1-0 up too high. Base runner on first, as Coach Brinley, the pitching coach for Georgetown, will make his way from the Georgetown Eagle area there off first base. At the dugout, everybody in the infield talking things over at the mound. 1-0 the count, no outs. Base runner on 1 for Magnolia. They lead 3-1 here in the top of the third, Joshua.
Yeah, you know, you talked about that tournament that's coming up at the Dell Diamond, a great facility, great team out there that put on great games, especially for the Express and things like that. And we definitely want to be a part of that weekend. So, you know, this is going to decide whether we're going home we're going to continue to head towards that way.
Somehow I got messed up again, man. This is Jordan Groshan's at.
What number is he wearing?
24.
Yep, that's.
No, it's Claude.
Clydenstein.
Yeah, I beg your pardon. It's Adam.
Yep.
1-0 the count here.
You're good.
And the pitch goes on for 2 balls and no strikes.
You're good. You've been here.
Tell you, man, I got used to Nathan producing for me trying to do all this.
That's a lot. I need to learn how to do it, so when I help you, I can know how to help you a little bit more, so you don't got so much on you.
And we're not in 1 out. I apologize. The scoreboard's all over the place right now. 2-0 the count here. 2-1 now is the last pitch was a strike.
No outs.
Got a base runner on 1. Magnolia leads 3-1 here in the top of the third. Right-handed pitch. A lot of velocity behind it, but it got away from Grant Wood. Luckily, Wyatt Childress able to get behind that. The count evens up now at 2-2. No outs still here. Magnolia has 1 on. Georgetown defense trying to hold here.
Yeah, if you've never played catcher, you could kind of take it for granted that it's easy. You got a baseball flying at you 80, 90 miles an hour. It's not an easy thing to do. These catchers do an amazing job.
Next pitch on the way. Called a ball. We're at 3-2 now. The payoff pitch upcoming. Kloffenstein on a 3-2. Too low. Walked him. Back-to-back walks now, and that will advance Henry over to second. Kloffenstein will rest at first now after the walk, and that may do it. Coach Foster is going to talk things over with Grant Wood.
Yeah, I think he's taking a look at Grant saying, you know what, today's just, I can't let this thing, this is it. This is game 3. I cannot let this thing get out of the way, and it's going to be interesting to see. No, he's making the call, so we do have a new pitcher coming in.
So this will be more than likely Grant Wood, and it's number 4. Let's take a look. I don't think that's Grant. Let's see. It's number 4 out there on the mound for Georgetown.
No, we just had Wood out there.
Yeah, it's Grant Wood was the one out there. I was about to say.
Yeah.
Number 4, the pitcher now is going to be Reese Grimes. So number 4, Reese Grimes, getting those warm-up pitches here. And again, not to go against anything here in this game. I'm surely not a coach, but you got to go back and talk about that steal that Georgetown really shouldn't have tried to steal over to third. They could have tied the game up, and it's one of those scenarios where if you go, anything could have been whatever. I think that moment really lost a lot of confidence for Grant Wood, at least on the defensive end. I know that he wasn't out there, but sometimes you see things happen, and that may cause a confidential swing on the other side of the field. I may be wrong, but that's at least
absolutely.
what I'm
when you're the pitcher and you're down a couple of runs and you have the opportunity to come back out onto the mound with the score tied up, or even closer, every run is gonna kind of affect you a little bit. So that'll be one of those things. We'll see how this plays out, that the coach may end up regretting in trying that double steal at that time. When you didn't need to. And I understand what you're saying. You didn't need to do it at that time. It's fun to do it when you got a few runs ahead and you can try some different things and have some fun with it. But when you're behind like that, you got to play a little bit more conservative. But
Coach Foster's wife, Christy, listening in. We always appreciate you, Christy, saying, let's go Eagles. We need to hear from our fans. Loud and proud, show them how Eagle fight never dies.
Never dies. And we're not anywhere close to surrendering this series at all. Coming into the 3rd inning here, and we're ready to. We need to get this new pitcher in and throw strikes and play good defense, and let's get back up to bat.
Now at bat, cleaning up the third baseman, number 44, Preston Hoffert. He is a 1-for-1 this afternoon. He scored the 2nd run in that 1st inning when Magnolia led 2-1. After 1, they've scored 1 in the 2nd. Georgetown none. And now here in the top of the 3rd, Georgetown defense trying to hold base runners on 1 and 2, no outs. Reese Grimes going to try to get things going for Georgetown. A changeup. He's got that submarine-style pitching that we were so used to with Jack Engelman. here for Georgetown for so long, and the early pitch here from Reese Grimes is going to be a strike. 0-1 as he checks over his right shoulder. The next pitch, to be honest, looked the same as the first, but it's called a ball. 1-1. Top of the third, no outs, 1-1. Base runners on 1 and 2 for Magnolia. They lead 3-1. Georgetown going to try to pick here as Grimes quickly throws one over to Luke Seaback, running to second, but the base runner, Rance Henry, is safe there at second. 1-1 the count. Grimes
trying to grind it out against him now.
The infield shifts in, and this pitch comes up and under, too far outside for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike here on Preston Hofford.
They're moving.
Georgetown again trying to pick there on a little 1-4 action. The base runner's safe. Yeah, they're doing a great job protecting that third base there and not allowing any steals to come that way. Reese Grimes, a right-handed pitcher. He looks over to his right.
You're right. They're saying you're not going to give it to us. We're not going to give it to you.
Pitch on the way. This one too far outside again, and now the count at 3-1.
Worked into a hole here, 3-1. Need to pitch him some smart strikes here and make his defense do their work.
The 3-1 delivery. Bunts this one. Grimes going to get it on the 1-3 put out. But base runners do advance to 2 and 3. It'll be Henry over at third and Kloffenstein over to second.
Yeah, that worked well for what they were trying to do. He bunted it down the right side and got it to bite just a little bit, so it took the pitcher a little bit to get there and got him out at first, but was able to advance him over to second and third. And so now we've got to be careful here with only 1 out.
Well, the sacrifice bunt paying off here, 1 out as we reset the count. Here in the top of the third inning, runners on 2 and 3, brings up the catcher Bo Willis. The first pitch, submarine sidewinder.
Sidewinder straight down for a great, pretty strike.
0-1. A 45-degree angled bat of Bo Willis. He calls time as he steps back. And now Grimes. This one's going to chop off the third baseline and go foul to make the count now at 0 balls and 2 strikes.
Grimes has got that hard sidewind throw, boy. I tell you, deep into it. He steps down deep into the mound when he throws, and
swing and a miss here. Got him striking, swinging for the second out.
Yes, and that's exactly what we needed right there. That's the thing about those sidearms, boy. They just the release of it, it just throws you off, and it's hard to read sometimes. And did a great job there getting him to go.
That will bring up Cody Wagner, who is 0 for 1. Popped one up the unassisted, though, as he fouled it, and Georgetown able to tag him there for the out. Pitch clipped the corner for a strike. 0-1 here on Wagner.
Great first pitch to start this at bat. Need to keep this thing on the ground in the infield and not let anything come home.
The 0-1 tip foul off the back of the bat. Brings the count to 0 balls and 2 strikes here, Cody Wagner.
You know, I'm watching number 3 over here off the side, and I've never seen anybody that's on base get so far off of the base into the green.
It's kind of a weird strategy.
Yeah, no, I don't even know if that's even. I mean, you've got to stay within some parameters there.
Swing and a miss here, struck him out swinging.
Matters not.
Great job, Reese. Grimes comes in, getting 2 strikeouts. Georgetown defense coming alive here in the top of the third. No runs on no hits,
Rob,
no errors, and they leave 2 on base As we go to the bottom of the third, I'll send it over to you
let's
to thank some
here
of our
if you don't
sponsors
mind.
again, Josh.
That way we don't forget to get these finished up one time for sure around the horn here. Lost my hang tight. Here we come. The thing cleared out on me. We did roofing. Let's go with Georgetown Internet Transmission and Auto Repair. Honored to sponsor Eagle Baseball, specializing in a wide variety of auto repair services. Their website is georgetownautorepair.com, and we want to thank Joe K. for being a great supporter of Georgetown Eagle Baseball, SHN Sports. Georgetown Shirt Company also supporting the Eagle Baseball team, specializing in screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, and much more. Their website is gtshirt.com. We want to thank Craig and Sandy Mooney from the Georgetown Shirt Company. Gateway Mortgage Group. Matt Morrow is a proud supporter of Georgetown Eagle Baseball, home mortgage lender who believes it's all about community, families, and homes. Gateway Mortgage Group is online at borrowfrommorrow.com. Also coming on board for this weekend, Georgetown U-Haul and Climatized Containers Self-Storage. Tall Harris, big supporter. Georgetown U-Haul and Climatized Containers proudly supports Georgetown Eagle Baseball. One-stop shopping for your moving supplies and storage needs. Their website is climatizedcontainer.com. Rob?
Leading off here in the bottom of the third inning, Georgetown trails 3-1. Leading off will be the top of the order, the shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey, who is 0 for 1 here in Game 3. Trying to give his team a spark. On deck, Wyatt Childress. Raker, the pitch. Too high into the inside. 1 ball, no strikes here to start out for Cole Posey.
Sending those good vibes down to Posey right now. Get this thing going. Let's get this tied up and go ahead with it.
Next pitch hit off the edge of the bat off the first base side. Way out of the park for a foul ball. 1-1.
Yeah, well hit foul ball way over even the furthest stands that we've got, and all the kids are running out to the field now to go get that ball. Hit him right in the head on that one. He might be hurt on that one. He got him pretty good. Oh, he's kind of playing a little bit, a little dizzy, but got him a good one in the back of the neck. You don't like to see that. I mean, he's okay, you can tell because he's smiling, but that's a dangerous place to get hit by a baseball coming at 80 miles an hour, give or take, in the back of the neck. So we're glad he's okay.
That clipped just part of that underside of the helmet as he takes off his helmet, puts it back on here. So a hit by pitch. Cole Posey will reach over to first now on that hit by pitch. No outs for Georgetown. Bottom of the third, it'll bring up Wyatt Childress, who is 0 for 1. He was also hit by a pitch. Remember, though, he tried to steal over to third, and that's when Georgetown got that second out back in the first. 3-1 the score. Magnolia leads. The fastball across the plate for a strike on Wyatt Childress, 0-1.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of hit by pitches in this game. In Game 2, nobody got hit on the Georgetown side by that pitcher. And
1 and 2. I didn't see any hit by pitches until this game.
Yes, sir.
A little tattoo action going on out there.
Leaving the mark on Game 3.
0-1 the count. Joey Raker, the pitcher for Magnolia, trying to pick on a 1-3. Boy, he almost threw that one over the head of his first baseman. Thankfully, his first baseman, Kloffenstein, is 6'5" or so he was able to reach up and grab that.
6'5", raised up to 7'5" there, and boy, he saved Posey from going around to second for sure, but great leap as that ball sailed way high on Raker. They're even looking at each other going, man, I'm sorry. Hit him again.
Oh, that one's going to get away on a pass ball.
Oh, I thought that one hit him. It was about as close as you can get without being hit, that's for sure. I'm sure he heard it. He may not have hit him, but he heard it because it was close.
Well, Cole Posey will head over to second base. Childress will be in a 1-1 now after that was a ball.
Yeah, Raker.
Pitch on the way, looking for the bunt. Places this one on the third baseline.
That
is a
bunt.
textbook bunt for Georgetown. What a play by Wyatt Childress. And now runners in the corners for Georgetown. Your tying run at first base, Wyatt Childress with the textbook bunt.
You could not teach that any better than that right there. And we've seen that today a couple of times from Georgetown batters with some great bunts. And so And that's what you wanted right there. Now we've got 2 runners on, and we're ready to tie this thing up.
Well, your tying run at first base, that'll bring up the power hitter number 23, Cole Moore. He is 0 for 0 this afternoon. Reached on a walk. He does have the 1 lone run.
Georgetown fans firing back up again.
Pitch on the way. Too far outside. 1-0. The fans are shouting Georgetown and Eagles as they echo each other here. Bottom of the third we are. 1-0 count. Runners on the corners. The 1-0 pitch. This one out to right field. It is going deep. That one is sailing over. It is gone. No, it drops just inside again, but that will bring in 1 run. Cole Moore. Boy, it was close to being gone again. And once again, the wind curse catches Georgetown, but Cole Moore with the stand-up double, and that will bring in a run for Georgetown. Wow, what a hit by Cole Moore.
Rob, if I saw that correctly, that was about that hit that fence about 1 foot below that yellow stripe, that yellow pole on top, and that was just like deja vu from last week. That's about as close as you can get to a home run, but you're right, that was close.
Yeah, again, right at the last minute, that ball looked like it was gone. That was right at the 400 mark. Just shy of the flag at center field. Cole Moore cooking the steaks with the ribeye. Georgetown trails by 1, 3-2, with base runners now on 2 and 3.
Oh, man, what a nice, beautiful, great swing, great hit. And they're definitely out to talk to Raker now.
My goodness.
So we do have a new pitcher coming in, Rob.
It will be a new pitcher. Number 19 takes the mound. Joey Raker, that'll do it for him as he pitched 3 innings of baseball. He will still be responsible for the runners at 2 and 3. And now on the plate for the Magnolia Bulldogs will be Tyler Williams. And we apologize, we were not able to get stats for Magnolia. They've already went through their 2 top pitchers, and here Williams is going to be on the mound,
Williams
getting his warm-up pitches here for Magnolia. Georgetown trails 3-2. Wow, what an inning here for Georgetown, Joshua. No outs. The Eagles trail 3-2 here in the bottom of the third. I feel the positive juice flowing, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, that's what we wanted in this game 3, to get this thing fired up. And now am I correct that we've got a man on second and third?
That is correct.
Okay, no outs, second and third, and we're ready to tie this thing and go ahead if we can get these batters in, these runners in with this batter that's coming up.
Cole Moore with the stand-up double moments ago. It looked like he knocked it out of the park. The wind bearing down on it.
Bearing down on it. That is in the park home run as you can get, but you know what? That's baseball.
Bottom of the third we are. Again, Georgetown trails 3-2. Base runners on 2 and 3. It's Wyatt Childress at third base. He may have a courtesy runner out there. Is that still Childress? I would assume you leave Childress in there. I don't think you courtesy run for Wyatt because he is so fast.
He's so fast, and I don't think anybody,
No, it is. Wyatt Childress does have a courtesy runner, and I'm going to assume, I can't see the number, it looks like Jared Ross.
You know what I'm wondering? You remember when he got hit last weekend, and he took a couple of big hits in the leg on those hit by pitches. I wonder if because he is so fast, if he's got a little bit of some pain right now and just not as quick as he was because of those. I wonder if he got hurt a little bit.
Well, it's been one
maybe something you might want to ask, when you interview, if you can do that.
It's been one that we've seen actually all season though, where Jared Ross usually comes in for Wyatt Childress, and that is the situation. So Jared Ross, the courtesy runner at third. Cole Moore will be at second. And this will be Ryan Knight, who is 1 for 1 this afternoon.
Eagle fans firing back up
Pitch
again.
on the way. Knight gets a little lick on this one, but it goes off the first base line into foul territory, 0-1.
What's so fun about this game compared to the game 2 that we just witnessed was that these guys are making contact on the ball, which we weren't in game 2. We are hitting the ball even when they're going foul, and it's good to hear the metal hitting that bat right now for the Georgetown Eagles.
Tyler Williams, a right-handed pitcher on the mound. The pitch on its way to... Too bad it's not called a ball. It clips back in the corner, 0-2.
See the pitcher for the Bulldogs, Williams, has got a face mask on. I wonder if he's had a bad injury this year.
Yeah, I was going to mention that there. Maybe a nose injury or something of that nature. There's a bird out there on the third base line. It better move.
Yeah.
It's chilling watching the game.
Yep.
Pitch on the way. Neich. Powerful hit, but it goes foul again off the first base side. The count remains no balls and 2 strikes here. In the bottom of the third, Georgetown trails 3-2 with base runners on 2 and 3.
You got to wonder about the comfort level of that. I know they've designed some really unbelievable equipment, but that's, as a pitcher, I wonder how comfortable that is to pitch with that on.
0-2 delivery. Knight swing and a miss here as he struck him out. Well, obviously not much.
Yeah.
For the first out.
Beautiful change up there and had great movement on it.
Well, the bird that's out there just shy of the artificial dirt, he's just chilling out there near third base. He's enjoying a little, in the middle of the game viewing session.
Yeah, they walk up to him. He'll jump about 5 feet and then just land, and he's not trying to fly off.
Jeffrey David now at bat. Georgetown going to try to come in and steal home, and they do! Georgetown ties the game on a stolen home base by Jared Ross. Cole Moore going to try to come in and steal, but he will be out. But Georgetown ties the game at home plate with the Jared Ross steal.
Yeah, they almost did something real special there. They got one run across, but did fall into a double play and one at the plate. But we did get one across before those 2 outs happened.
Yeah, Cole Moore will come here and get out. He was out, and Jeffrey David was out there on the tag by the catcher. But Georgetown, again, able to tie the game at 3 apiece in that inning. The Eagles scoring 2 runs, 2 much-needed runs on 1 hit. There was no errors and nobody left on base. We're through 3, top of the 4th is Jared Fremel getting the crowd fired up here at Nutrabolt Stadium. It's been a good one so far. Josh, we'll keep it right here as we head over to the top of the 4th inning.
Absolutely. Maybe we'll get to a couple of our sponsors here, finish those up 1 round of them. I want to tell you about Program Insurance Group. Doug Groves over there doing a great job supporting Georgetown Eagle baseball as well. Business insurance is their specialty. You can find Program Insurance Group at pigbcs.com. We want to thank every one of our supporters throughout the whole year, but this weekend, this tournament, this regional quarterfinal, thank you so much for your support, and God bless you.
Leading off for the Bulldogs of Magnolia will be the designated hitter, number 2, Caleb Morris. We're all tied up here in the top of the 4th inning. Thanks for joining us for Georgetown Eagle playoff baseball here on SHN Sports. Reese Grimes with the sidewinder. That one looked good, but they're going to call it a ball, 1-0.
Good pitch there to start this inning. Looked like a strike to me, but.
The 1-0 pitch will go to the inside to make it 2 balls and no strikes. I'll get back to talking about that run by the stolen base to tie it up by Jared Ross. This one popped up into the air. Cole Moore and his second baseman are going to talk about it, and Cole Moore says, hey, I got it, buddy.
I got this one, yeah.
Pop up over to the first base for the first out.
Yeah, I saw him, Rob, taking off from third, and I said, he is stealing home. And sure enough, what they wanted to happen happened. it just didn't end the way they wanted it to end.
And that was actually a good call, because as that ball got away from David, you would have been in 2-out territory, and you could have left 2 on. Who knows what would have happened with the next at bat. So going for the stolen base to home there, I think a great idea. This pitch too far to the outside to Adam Wynn, who is 1 for 1 this afternoon. Had a hit and then a wild pitch, but left him stranded at second base in the second. 1-0 the early count here on Adam Wynn. Second pitch quickly, swing and a miss as it goes low, and he took after it.
He did get him to go on that low, looked like maybe a curve or a slider there.
1-1 the count here on Adam Wynn. Reese Grimes for Georgetown, the right-handed sidewinder pitcher, the Submariner on its way. This one chops off the third baseline. The count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Counts even up 1-1. Tied up 3-3.
Shout out to Buzz Leishman, Matt's dad in Angleton, Texas. We appreciate Mr. Leishman. Always a joy to have him join us on the broadcast. Right-handed pitch. Got him looking for the strikeout.
Yep, caught him just staring right down the barrel, and we'll take it.
That'll bring up the right fielder, bottom of the order, number 1, Shelby Mullins, who is 0 for 1, struck out looking earlier in this ball game. That first pitch on the way, too far outside, 1-0. 2 outs, we are top of the fourth, 1-0 count, tied 3 apiece here. Georgetown pitcher Reese Grimes, this one popped way up into the air. The left fielder Noah Thompson in the sunshine with that right glove up in the air, got him for the third out. 3 up, 3 down, Reese Grimes continues the defensive domination for the Georgetown Eagles. Georgetown coming alive here as we head into the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll take a quick break. Georgetown Eagle Baseball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue in a few moments. Georgetown Eagle Baseball. Rob Hipp alongside my good friend and color analyst this afternoon, has been through many of the other playoff matches this season. Joshua Harris leading off for Georgetown will be the hitting sensation, number 13, Logan Drake, here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We're tied 3 apiece. Georgetown offense going to try to put some more runs on the board and take the lead here in this winner-take-all Game 3 of the regional quarterfinal playoff here on SHN. Joshua, it's been a good one so far.
Don't know how you feel here, but even though it's tied 3-3, I feel like Georgetown has the momentum going right now. The fans are in it. We're excited. They're hitting the ball now. 4 hits apiece compared to last game. I mean, I don't even think we had 2 hits last game. And so, boy, I tell you what, it's fun to watch now.
First pitch on the way to Logan. Did he take a strike on that? He did. 0-1. Logan 0 for 1 this afternoon, out on a 4-3 on a 3-2 pitch. Right-handed pitch on the way. Chopped at this one late. Hit it foul off the third base line as it rolled down. The count 0-2 here on Logan Drake. This is a very special 2018 Georgetown class.
Sure is.
On deck, Jackson Seosin. Right-handed pitch. Too low into the inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, Logan Drake.
Just got a really good feeling about this game here, and I don't want to jump ahead, but just watching the attitudes and everything.
1-2, Drake gets a late lick on it, and it goes way over the third base fan deck. And the count now remains 1-2.
I'll pick that ball up on my way out to the truck here later. It's over there by my truck.
23 went over there to get it. He said, sorry, Josh.
You can't have it.
1-2. Drake had to move out of the way of that one. It's 2-2 now, an even count. On the mound, Tyler Williams, who came in for Joey Raker for Magnolia. Williams wearing that mask, protecting his face on the mound. Kicks up the left leg, the right-handed pitch. Logan Drake gets up under this one. Will he be able to beat it out? We'll see the call. No, he is out. A nice job there by Adam Wynn on the 4-3 put out to Adam Kloffenstein. Good effort, though, by Logan Drake.
That's a great effort. I mean, you know, it looks like it's easy to slide out here, but if you've ever slid on baseball fields, you know it's not fun. And the way he just dove head first into first to try to get there, that's just a great effort there, and just barely missed out.
Great defense, though, on the other end by the second baseman Wynn for Magnolia over to Kloffenstein. This will be Jackson Seosin, who is 0 this afternoon, reached on a walk, left stranded in his previous at-bat. The first pitch on its way, and Seosin looks at it for a strike. Next pitch, quickly in rhythm, too far outside to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bottom of the fourth, 1 out, 1-1. We're tied here, 3 apiece. Bottom of the fourth inning. Winner take all, game 3 of the regional quarterfinal playoff. Rob Hipp with Joshua Harris. Georgetown trying to keep things rolling here. The confidence at an all-time high of this series right now. One's across the board. Seosin, late swing on this one, goes foul off the third base side. Beyond that first base fan box that goes all the way down to the corner at 325.
Yep. Took a good cut at it, but just couldn't get it straightened out.
1-2 here for Seosin.
We're watching Williams pitch. He's definitely throwing pitches that can be hit. Got to get some good movement on it. Doesn't have a whole lot of, super speed, and so these ought to be hittable pitches here if they can get some straight ones.
I think the count's 1-2. They've got it as 2-1 up there. Is that right?
I think you're right.
This one hit up over to right field and chasing it down. And did it drop? Yes, it did. Seosin is going to have a base hit over to second. Triple. He is going to try to stay. No, he comes back. He thought about going to third and then wisely dove back over to second. Jackson Seosin with a diving double.
Yeah, I thought he was going too. I thought he had it. I'm glad I'm not the third base coach out there, because I was bringing him home or bringing him to third or at least wanting that for him. Smartly, they stopped him up, and 1 out, and the man on second is always a good thing.
Georgetown with their 5th hit. That one from Jack Seosin will bring up the left fielder, number 17, Noah Thompson, who is 0 for 1 this afternoon. Thompson, a left-handed batter for Georgetown. Your lead run at second base in scoring position. The right-handed pitch. Thompson grounds this one. Seosin will advance over to 3 in a routine 4-3 put-out win to Kloffenstein there. But Seosin will advance to third. Thompson out on the 4-3.
Yeah, we'd like to have that out back, but we got a man on third now. We just need to get a blooper over into the outfield, and we'll bring this guy home. Anything else, though, is not going to be good. You don't want to ground out. You don't want to pop it up. Want a nice, clean base hit here.
That will bring up bottom of the order the second baseman, Luke Seaback, who's 0 for 1 in game 3. That pitch drops in for a strike on the changeup, 1-0. Or beg your pardon, Owen. Did they call that a strike?
They called that a strike.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He put it up as a ball. But
no, I thought it was a strike, 0-1. We'll wait.
Okay.
Maybe I was wrong.
Unless he's not, yeah.
The next pitch on the way. Chops this one over, and that is a base hit and a run scored for Georgetown. Wow, what a hit right there moments ago by Luke Seaback into left field. Jordan Groshans could not reach it,
That's
and Georgetown takes the one-run lead, 4-3.
That's
coming alive.
Exactly what we were talking about right there. A nice hit ball. You know, if he would have made a play on it, would have been. But he got it right through there, and boy, I tell you what, drove that run home exactly as we needed it to happen. Great job.
Georgetown takes the lead back to the top of the order. It's the shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey. 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, Georgetown leads 4-3. Copo is 0 for 1. He did score a run for Georgetown after a hit by pitch and a pass ball. This pitch too far to the outside. No, they're going to say it clipped the corner for a strike. 0-1 on Cole Posey. The next pitch on the way. That one drops in for a strike. Beautiful pitching continues by Tyler Williams. 0-2 here on Copo.
Yeah, Williams has got a great movement on that. It's coming in and it's just sliding right across. And so good on him.
The 0-2. Tyler Williams on the mound. Pitch. This one got him looking for the strike and looked inside, but they said, nope, sorry.
No, it's sliding right across. I don't have any complaints with those calls. I mean, those are good pitches for strikes. So, but you know what? We have pulled ahead now, and 4-3 Georgetown.
In that inning, Georgetown scoring 1 run on 2 hits. There's no errors. 1 left on base, and Georgetown leads 4-3 here as we move to the top of the 5th inning. Josh, I know we've got some wonderful sponsors. Of course, Georgetown Eagle Playoff Baseball made possible and presented by our friends at Cruising Kitchens, who I got to talk about Cameron. That young man is simply phenomenal in the Georgetown area, now down in San Antonio. I went to school with his younger brother, but Cameron now opening up a 40,000 square foot showroom, I believe, for Cruising Kitchens. They've had a reality show on the Learning Channel. Boy, we appreciate Cameron Davies. We can talk about him a little bit more because we're not on the FM signal.
Yeah, that's great, and I just thank you so much for your support. And I told Rob yesterday I'd like to go, and when you get that 40,000 square foot location going, I'd like to come and just see some of the things that you're doing. It just sounds amazing.
And they're actually having their grand opening. In fact, probably earlier this afternoon. I had it on my calendar, but told him, man, I'm going to miss it because of baseball. But so congratulations to their grand opening and ribbon cutting this afternoon down there in beautiful San Antonio, Texas.
Congratulations. We'll get to the rest of ours and make sure we run through those at least one more time here coming up. But thank you for your support and your sponsorship.
Top of the 5th, Georgetown leads 4-3. Reese Grimes on the mound. But back to the top of the order, it's Jordan Groshans, the shortstop. He is 0 for 2, though, here in game number 3. Right-handed pitch comes back in for the strike. 0-1. Grimes, every pitch, taking a deep breath. This one too close inside. Luckily not a hit by pitch, 1-1.
Yeah, that one was close.
Grimes with that right hand behind his back, now in set. The glove on the left hand kicks up the sidewinder. This one up in the air, over to right field in foul territory, over the fence, 1-2. Top of the 5th, we are no outs. Georgetown with a 1-run lead. Your tying run is at bat right now in a 1-2. No outs. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Got him striking out for the first out.
Boy, what a pitch. Got him two on the inside and then threw him outside and got him to go. And, I mean, he swung at that one and just missed it completely.
That is the 4th strikeout in 7 batters for Reese Grimes. Now up against Rance Henry, the left fielder, who is 0 for 1 this afternoon. He hits this one, though, and it's a base hit to left field. A beautiful swing and a hit there by Rance Henry. Put the ball right where it needed to go, and now your lead run is at home plate.
Yeah, that was just a great level swing. Textbook, just level your shoulders up and take your cut, and Great hit there. Umpires going out now doing something with a bat here.
Wanted to mention also, Joshua, my beautiful girlfriend Bridget Brennan listening in, sending a message earlier saying, "Go Eagles, love you, sweetheart, and glad you're joining us."
Hello, Miss Bridget. God bless your day.
The man who runs my shop over at Click Computers, Travis Kirkpatrick, was listening in earlier today. I couldn't do it without Travis, man. That dude is a rock star at the front counter for us at Click. He is single-handedly helped Click become a very recognizable business in Georgetown, and I couldn't be more proud of him and what he does.
It's so good to have a good team around you. And I just got a text from Chester, said he's listening now on SHNsports.com because he couldn't find us on the radio, didn't know that I weren't carrying that second game. So, Chester, thank you for what you do. I could not do the things that I do outside of ministry and outside of the Ridge if it weren't for you and the team that we've got there. So I appreciate you so much, buddy.
Yeah, there's no voodoo, but we can't do what they do without you.
Love that. Chester Cheeto doing a great job on the mountain.
Strike here looking to Adam Kloffenstein, who just stepped up to the plate. He is 1 for 1 this afternoon, had a hit, scored the first run in the first, then walked. With the second one, he looks at it as well, 0-2. No, that one called a ball? I thought that was called strike.
It's called strike up here, that's for sure, because that's what it is. Now our Georgetown fans getting a little bit frustrated. We want to take it easy. Don't want to get him upset because then we miss other calls that he might have called. So
yeah, it's showing 1-1 is what it was. It was a ball, so the count here at 1-1 on Kloffenstein. Georgetown, Reese Grimes over to Cole Moore trying to pick on the 1-3. Remember, we've got the base runner there, Henry, who had that hit out to left field. 1-1, 1 out, top of the fifth. Georgetown leads 4-3. Magnolia at bat here in this winner-take-all regional final, quarterfinal, game number 3. The pitch on the way. Kloffenstein chops this one over. David going to let it bounce. And over to Cole Moore for the second out.
Yeah, that was great concentration there. He waited on it, didn't rush it, didn't want to get too far ahead of it, and threw it down to first. Good play.
So out on the 5-3. Henry will advance to scoring position, though, in that second base. 2 outs we are, top of the fifth. That will bring up fourth in the order, cleaning up the third baseman, number 44, Preston Hoffert. He is 1 for 2. Had a hit, came around and scored the second run for Magnolia in the first, and then had that sacrifice bunt out on a 1-3 for the first out in the third. Reese Grimes trying to retire this batter. Chops this one. David diving for it, but it's foul.
What a great diving catch. You know, we're talking about that last at bat where that ball went up high. You know, the coach said yesterday the difference between a field like this and some of the other ones is the bounce on it. And, boy, he heard his coach on that and stayed back on it so it didn't bounce over his head, which was really, really smart. So I just saw a picture-perfect example of what the coach was talking about as far as the ball bouncing on this turf higher than what they're used to.
0-1, 2 outs. Good observation there, Joshua. As we talked to Coach about that last night, he brought that up. Georgetown trying to pick. Did he tag him? He did! Wow, the pick off for Georgetown in the third out. That'll retire it. The Eagles staying alive here, leading 4-3. Great job by Reese Grimes over to second base on the pick out. Wow, what a play!
What a play. I tell you what, just a cannon getting that ball in there and had no chance, just dead out. Great play.
Boy, Reese coming into this game for Grant Wood. He is alert, he is composed, and Georgetown holds on here, leading 4-3 as the Eagles will be back at bat as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Josh, I'll send it over to you as we give thanks to more of our sponsors here on SHN Sports.
Let's make sure we get these great sponsors in another full time. So we've talked about Cruising Kitchens, we've talked about Oak Ridge, and I thank you for that, Rob, letting us be a big part of this. Texas Traditions Roofing is a proud supporter of Georgetown Eagle baseball. Commercial and residential roofing repair and replacement. Texas Tradition Roofing is online at texastraditions.com. Georgetown Internet Transmission and Auto Repair is honored to support this Georgetown Eagle baseball team, and they are specializing in a wide variety of auto repair services. Their website is georgetownautorepair.com, and we want to thank Joe Kay over there doing a great job and for his support. Also supporting is Craig and Sandy Mooney with Georgetown Shirt Company. The Georgetown Shirt Company specializes in screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, and much, much more. Their website is gtshirt.com. Give them a call. Gateway Mortgage Company, Matt Morrow doing a great job. Eagle Baseball supporting this year home mortgage lender who believes it's all about communities, all about families, and all about homes. Gateway Mortgage Group is online at borrowfrommorrow.com. We'll continue those here in a minute.
As always, we appreciate all of our wonderful sponsors for making Georgetown Eagle baseball a reality here on SHN Sports. Leading off, Wyatt Childress as he looks at the first one for a ball. Wyatt
would like to get this thing kicked off with a big double or a triple or even a home run. I can promise you that.
1-0. The pitch on the way. Too far to the outside corner. 2 balls and no strikes here. Wyatt Childress is 1 for 1. Had a hit by pitch. Called stealing, though, back in the first. And had that hit, and then Jared Ross came in for him as the runner and able to come around and score as he stole home base to give Georgetown that 4-3 lead. Almost hit here was Wyatt Childress. That one a ball too close inside in the early count here. 3-0 on Wyatt Childress. He's got his options.
Wyatt can be really patient here now, getting way up ahead in the count. That was really close to another hit by pitch, and so now he can just sit back and he can just make Williams pitch him the ball he wants or take his base.
Tyler Williams trying to keep his team in this game on the defensive battle. 4-3 the score. Georgetown leads. 2-1 pitch. Childress looks at it. That one called a strike. And the count now, I beg your pardon, 3-0 pitch. That one called a strike, 3-1. Georgetown fans not happy.
Not happy with that call at all, but that was right on the numbers, so it's, it was close.
3-1 the count is. As Williams winds up, delivers. This one chopped over to the third baseman, Hofford, and he will get him on a routine 5-3 ground out for the first out. Bring up the first baseman, number 23, Comore, who is 1 for 1 this afternoon. Reached on a walk, had a stolen base, came around and scored that first run for Georgetown back in the first. And then he also had that stand-up double, but was left stranded back into the third. Comore.
Yeah, we'd like to see Cole Moore get on base here for sure. I know that Childress would like to have that one back. Just hit a little blooper there, but you get Moore going here.
Again, top of the fifth, Georgetown leads 4-3 here. The pitch on the way to Cole Moore. He pops this one way up into the air, and that should be catchable in foul territory if they can chase it in time. And it drops at the last moment. It's not going to be caught, and Cole Moore will get another chance here on an 0-1.
Well, with that wind blowing the way it is, it just carried and carried and carried, and those outfielders had to run, just continue. I think that's your shortstop and your left fielder that were coming after that. So, yeah, it fell onto the ground, so we don't have to worry about that out yet.
Thanks again for joining us here. Georgetown Eagle Playoff Baseball, the regional quarterfinal playoff game number 3 here in the third round. Georgetown leads 4-3, bottom of the fifth inning, 0-1, 1 out. Cole Moore, the power hitter for Georgetown, the left-handed hitter at bat for the Eagles. Under beautiful skies here in Bryan, Texas, at the NutriBolt Field, home of the Bombers baseball, Travis Park.
Beautiful facility. Thank you for allowing us to be here.
Williams.
Big cut.
Tip foul here as he cut for it, 0-2.
Big cut there. Boy, I tell you, he's smiling. He's like, golly, if I could have that pitch back and just drive that one. And we'll get lucky here, and Williams will throw us another one just like that he can get a hold of.
Cole Moore trying to get a hit for Georgetown. His team needs some cushion. They've got a 1-run lead, but they need more than that. They want that insurance. And how many know here this late in the playoffs, you can't buy cheap insurance. There is no General here. You've got to go with the big name brand if you want to stay in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what Coach said. Coach said, listen, every team now has earned it, and we're going to have to play our best baseball. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to step up.
You can't purchase the liability only. You got to get full coverage.
You got to do it, and you can't keep it if you don't give it away.
Cole Moore still battling here, swings late. That one goes foul off the third base side, and he'll stay alive here in this 0-2 at bat, 1 out.
Yeah, he is hanging in there tough at 0-2. Might have to turn the hat around here and put a little G on him. Let's do that. Try that, see if that works.
Josh, I'm enjoying having you, man.
Positive.
Appreciate you being here, brother.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me. I've had a blast.
Pitch here way up too high, 1-2. The first ball of this at bat for Cole Moore. One-two, Williams pitch. This one over to right field. It is going, but it should line right to the right fielder, and it does. Shelby Mullins there.
Good drive on that
with
ball,
the second out.
Boy, he turned his hips and really drove. Just got under just a little too much and had too much lift on it. But good cut. You're mad at that. They're mad at that swing, that's for sure. That's the kind of swing you want.
Line that one out to right field to bring up the cleanup, the center fielder, number 6, Ryan Knight, who is 1 for 2 this afternoon. Had a hit left stranded at third in the first and also struck out swinging on an 0-2 pitch back in the third. Pitch on the way. This one too low. 1 ball, no strikes for Ryan. Good night. He would love to have a good night right here.
Yeah, we need a good night home run. Put it up another run, that's for sure.
A lot of Georgetown alum in the house. Jack Engelman, saw him a while ago. Brandon Hawkins, who is a standout star on the football team here as well. This pitch too close on the inside. The early count here, 2-0. Also the Engelman family, Craig and Julia down there, as well as Mimi. Good to see them here tonight.
Absolutely.
2-0 pitch off the right hand. Look at that one for the strike to bring it to 2-1.
Well, I know it's so much easier for us to sit up here and go, oh, my goodness, but there are a couple of these pitches, I just know they're just going, golly, why didn't I swing at that? Just watch that thing go by.
Is it a 2-2 or a 2-1?
2-2.
It is 2-2?
2-2, yes, sir.
Pitch on the way here. That one too low. Brings it to a full count at 3-2. I guess I missed one of those, man.
Well, 3-2.
3-2 count here. The payoff pitch upcoming by Tyler Williams, a pitcher for Magnolia, with the mask and all. He says, it ain't affecting me, guys.
Yeah.
On the way, drops in, strike looking. And that was a 3-1. Now it's 3-2. That's what I thought. I had it on my score sheet correct. It's 3-2.
Fans are going crazy because they were watching the scoreboard, but they don't know we got one of the best statisticians up here, Rob, who had it on his sheet.
Well, I called it as I saw it on the scoreboard. I was about to say I know it was a 3-1 or 2-1. So this will be the payoff pitch.
Here we go.
The payoff pitch on the way. Too far outside and walks. Ryan Goodnight reaches on a walk.
Pitcher not happy. He thinks he got that last one. He was already heading off the mound when the umpire called that a ball, and so he's a little frustrated. But that's okay. We'll take that.
It's one reason I don't like sitting up in the press box, to be honest. I'm thankful for it, but anytime there's any type of error or anything on the scoreboard, they look at me and start yelling at me. And, man, I try to stay calm, but it sets me off, man.
You had some folks earlier that I thought were going to come through the window on you. And
I was going to go through the window on them, man. Early one here is a strike looking to Jeffrey David, 0-1. No, we're just having good fun up here. But it's the truth, though. Everybody looks to you in the box, and they think, man, you get yelled at for no reason.
Yeah, I deal with that influence as well. You know, if parents they're looking for somebody to take it out on, especially if
you're the PA guy.
Yeah.
Georgetown going to try to steal, chops this one over, and trying to get there, not able to beat it out, and that will be a 6-3 ground out to Jeffrey David to retire. Georgetown in that inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. They leave one on base. Georgetown holds on to a 1-run lead, 4-3
just got one.
I'll send it over to you for
I've got
our
one more to
sponsor
do
update.
for our second round here. Just one more to do. And we don't ever want to last, but definitely not least, forget about Doug Groves over at Pregame Insurance Group. Pregame Insurance Group supports the Georgetown Eagle baseball team. They focus and specialize in business insurance, and we are grateful for them. Their website is pigbcs.com. Go visit them for your business insurance needs.
Just remember the old Pig BCS.
Yes.
You got it.
Pigskin BCS.
There you go. Thank you to Doug Grove. I've known Doug a long time, his wife Patty. Wonderful folks here in the Georgetown area. Actually met Doug through David Wolf, who's a very influential mentor in my life.
Great family, the Wolf family.
Knew Betty for years from church growing up over at Main Street Baptist. Thought a lot of Betty. Knew David and the Wolf family, but David has been just an instrumental part of my life for many years. I couldn't be here without him, so I wanted to give David Wolf, if he's listening, a big shout out and thank you, sir, for all the time since I was just a young guy, about 19.
Are talking about the Wolf family,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, the Wolf family of Georgetown.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely.
David believed in me
Wonderful
when I was
family.
19 years old, and I'm forever in debt and grateful to David Wolf. I sincerely appreciate that.
You
gentleman.
look at the growth in Georgetown and the Wolf, that whole empire there, and Georgetown, center of Georgetown now, built around their property, and a wonderful family.
Dad was one of the hardest, so I never got a chance to meet him, but Jay Sr., one of the hardest working folks, and now his brother Jay Jr., a preacher at First Baptist Church, Montgomery, Alabama.
Yep.
I love the folks. This pitch on the way, and it's going to be a strike looking to Preston Hofford as we lead off here. In the top of the sixth, it'll be Preston Hofford, the third baseman, number 44. He is 1 for 2 this afternoon. 0-1 the count. As time is called, Hofford will step back, get a little practice swing, now back in that right-handed batter's box. 0-1 the count. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Got him to bite. The stake wasn't ready, and the count at 0-2.
Boy, he has some. That is just nasty pitching right there, and that's not in a bad way. That's in a good way. He is really zoned in and throwing well.
0-2 pitch, too low. 1-2. Hey, if you're out there listening, friends, remember the SHN fan line is open. Send us a shout out. Let us know. If you'd like to say hello, 512-522-9105. Text line. Text us, 512-522-9105.
Rob, we haven't done a poll question for today, and we were a little frustrated with game 2, but maybe you think of something and give them a poll question to call or text in on. Have you thought of anything for the day? Kind of what do they call it?
I already got one. It just popped into my head.
Right,
don't Google it. You'll find it right away. What was the longest NCAA baseball game in the history of the NCAA? The longest baseball game. What team was it? I'm not going to ask you how many innings. The pitch here up too high, and the count at 2-2. So, again, what was the longest NCAA baseball game? What team was it? Just take a guess. Don't look. It's not fun when you look. Text it to us, 512.
D1, Division I school?
You got to figure it out.
Okay.
Outside pitch here brings it to a full count now at 3-2. So, again, text your answer. The team in NCAA in college that played the longest game. Who was it? 512-522-9105. Text us.
That's a great question. That's going to get a lot of response. Folks are listening.
3-2 here as Grimes pitches this one, and Preston Hofford still battling here.
Hofford is hanging in there tough at 3-2.
As he chops that one foul off the third base line. I'll give you a hint. Matt Leishman will know this one easily. That's all I'm going to say. Shout out to the the Georgetown Eagle baseball moms, Casey Lambright, Logan Drake, and Janae Pierce, Jared Pierce's mother. Pitch on the way here. This one out to right field, and it'll line to Jack. Did he dive? Jackson Seosin. What a grab by Jackson Seosin in right field. He leapt forward and able to haul that one in on the left glove. What a play by Action Jackson, baby.
Action Jackson with a great jump, and I mean he had to dive as far as he possibly could and got that glove down and was able to wrap that ball up. What a great hard effort out right there.
That'll bring up Bo Williams, the catcher, 0 for 2 this afternoon. The first one popped up into foul territory. His count now at 0-1. 1 out we are here in the top of the 6th inning. The next pitch, this one, a base hit right up the middle for Bo Willis. And Bo, in the previous game, had some good hitting. He was 0 for 2 up until that point. He heard me. He said, "Rob, I'm going to hit one. I'm tired of you saying I'm 0 for."
Yeah, he got it. He got a hold of that one. That's a good hit. I'm not going to take it away from him. I mean, he hit it directly over both pitcher and second base, right into the outfield.
Courtesy runner Connor Taylor. So Connor Taylor is the courtesy runner at first base for the catcher, Bo Willis. 1 out, we are 1 base on. That's your tying run at first base. Your lead run at home plate now and 1 out. This pitch way too far outside on Cody Wagner, who is 0 for 2 this afternoon. The count here on Wagner is 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, way outside on that pitch. He got away from him a little bit on that one.
Reese trying to get back at his composure, tries the pick attempt over to Cole Moore at first base. The base runner safe, which is Connor Taylor, who is courtesy running for Bo Willis. 1-0 the count here. The pitch by Grimes, too high and outside, brings it to 2 balls and no strikes here on Cody Wagner. Grimes starting to lose a little bit of his rhythm here. He's got to get back in, and as soon as I say that, Wyatt Childress says, "Hey, give me a second," and Coach Adam Brenly in the infield going to head over to the mound and speak some words of encouragement to Reese Grimes.
Yes, putting that positive words of affirmation on him, saying, "Hey, listen, settle back down, start throwing strikes, let us take care of it. And we got you." So what's great about this team is they all play well together, and so that's what he needs to just settle back in, start grinding out those strikes, finding those creases.
Again, we appreciate Cameron Davies. Cruising Kitchens, our presenting sponsor here in the playoffs. Georgetown Eagle baseball, this third and final decisive game. The winner take all moves on to the 4th round. We are in the regional quarterfinals here in the 3rd round of the playoffs, live from Nutrabolt Stadium in Bryan, Texas, where the Bombers baseball, the College League, plays. And time is called here. The umpire wants everybody to get reset. After the mound meetup, Reese Grimes back on the mound.
Here we go.
2-0 count, 1 out, base runner on 1 for Magnolia. Cody Wagner at home plate. The pitch on the way to Wagner. Hits this one right into the hands. It could be a double play. Georgetown 1-2. A bang play for the Georgetown Eagles. Double play, and that will retire the inning. Wow!
Right into the glove, right to second, right to first. Inning retired. Great double play. Eagles are in a zone right now, playing good baseball. Didn't let game 2 affect them. Said, "You know what? It's tied up. Let's go close this thing out." I talked to one of the players. I don't remember his name in the bathroom. Just as he was walking out, and I said, "Go get it." He said, "We're going to go get this."
Little bang action there for Georgetown. Wow. Coming alive, a nice 6-4-3. That is the way you do it on a double play, and Georgetown making it happen as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Georgetown with a 1-run lead, 4-3. Don't go anywhere, folks. Exciting finish here. SHN Sports, Georgetown Eagle baseball on SHN Sports, presented by Cruising Kitchens.
We are the UIL.
From the coaches
To the players.
To the educators.
We've been in your shoes.
Extracurricular activities are essential to the development of our youth.
From proposed rule changes
to the relaxation of transfer rules, we keep it fair.
New academic contests. We hear you loud and clear.
New events are music to our ears. We just added film. That's a wrap.
Educational activities help young people become productive citizens.
From staph infections to steroid use.
To cardiac and concussions.
Health and safety is a priority.
Heat, heart, and health history.
From heat-related illness to head injuries to heart-related issues to the medical history of students.
Your well-being is our priority because we are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
Welcome back in action here. Coach Christy Foster, Coach Foster's wife. Hey, thank you for the correction. I don't know where I said this. I keep saying Coach Adam Brindley. It's not Adam Brindley, I know, but it's Dusty Brindley. I don't know where I started saying Adam from, but again, Christy, I appreciate you correcting me. It's
Thank you,
Coach
Christy,
Dusty Brindley.
for keeping us on our toes. You know, sometimes when you get something in your head, even though you know it's not, I do that with names all the time, you know it's not right, but you just can't help it. I'm like, why do I keep doing that? So
she told me if I said it again, I'm probably fired.
Oh,
so,
fired. You're fired.
Hey, we love you, Christy. Thank you for the correction.
You,
we
Christy.
never get offended by the corrections
No, at all.
I know
especially with names.
She's always busting my chops too, man.
We need it. You know we need it, man. Then these women got to keep us on our game.
We appreciate you, Christy. Want to know the count here on the designated hitter, Logan Drake. Looks at the second pitch for a strike, 1-1. Georgetown would love to get a run here and get some insurance going into the seventh.
You better believe it. We want the real insurance, too, not that Better Call Saul stuff.
Boy, even Matt Leishman, like in all caps, telling me Dusty Brindley. Man, I guess people are
They're letting you have it today.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. The two people I know really well chewing me out. Thank you, guys. Love y'all. 2-1 the count here. Pitch on the way. This one too far inside. 3-1 now the count.
So funny about the caps. I used to type in caps all the time. My wife finally said to me, you know when you put everything in caps, and I didn't mean anything by it. He said, you're yelling at people. I was like, really? I didn't know. Like the bigger letters, you know, and so stopped doing that.
3-1 the count. Pitch on the way to Logan Drake, and thought he walked, but he said no, it dropped in just enough time for a strike. 3-2, the payoff pitch upcoming to Logan Drake, who is 0 for 2. Both of his 0 for 2, his at-bats here have resulted in 4-3 groundouts this afternoon. Pitch on the way. This one, a base hit over the third baseman. Logan Drake said, I'm tired of it. And he is going to go and dives to second base. Did he get there in time? He's safe. Logan Drake pumping his right fist.
That's how you run those bases right there, boy. I tell you what, he got a great run. Great jump on coming off of first base. And now we got a pinch runner coming in. It's not a courtesy runner coming in now. Rob just came into second base. The fans here are stomping and clapping their Eagles on in Game 3 of this 3-game series to move on or have their banquet. And they're saying it is time to move forward, and we're not ready for our banquet yet.
Bottom of the 6th we are. No outs. The leadoff sliding double for Logan Drake. And I believe it's number 3 that is out there for Georgetown. It's so hard to see these numbers with these jerseys.
And he's not facing us at all. You got these two with their backs to us, and then he's now talked to the coach. Might be able to see it here in a second. Here he goes. Boy, I tell you.
Man, I've got to look at this quick.
Could you pick up his number?
It's number 2.
2.
Number 2, that would be for Georgetown. Jared Pierce. Jared Pierce. So Pierce will pinch run for Logan Drake, as Logan is the designated hitter. At bat, Action Jackson, who had the hit, scored the run back in the 4th. Pitch on the way, foul tip this one for a strike, 0-1 on Action.
Yeah, infield for the Bulldogs were on the move there. They were anticipating a bunt, and they were getting in place and getting ready. But he took a swing at it, so, boy, if he'd have got a hold of that, he'd have had him.
0-1 the count here. Again. Looking for that sack bunt, pulls back on it, and called a strike, 0-2. That was way far outside. Fans not happy. They're going to call it a strike, 0-2.
Yeah, not happy at all, but we got to take it easy. You don't want to get into that umpire's head where he's going to make other calls just because we're giving him a hard time. I tell people all the time around me, don't do that. It's human nature to get back, and we don't want to upset him.
Appreciate Andy Webb on the scoreboard at Georgetown, listening in, saying, listen to you guys on the way to Corpus for a wedding. Thank you, Andy, for your service to the Georgetown communities. This one going to be hit up the middle, and he will be out, though, on a 6-3, but that will advance Logan Drake, or I beg your pardon, Jared Pierce, the pinch runner, over to third base. Jackson Seosin, however, will be out on the 6-3 ground out for the first out. That'll bring up the left fielder, number 17, Noah Thompson. Georgetown leads 4-3 here in the bottom of this 6th inning of this winner-take-all game number 3, live from Bryan, Texas.
You're right. Tom's got a great opportunity now with just one out to bring this runner home and give us another run of cushion there as we're in this 6th inning.
Pitch on the way. This one way up into the air, but it's going to drop. Should be at center field. Wagner. That should be a sac fly, though.
Yep.
And the base runner going to take off for Georgetown. And coming in at the last moment. Was he safe? Was he safe? No, he's out. He is out for the second out. And the third out as well. And Coach Foster, he knows it. Man, trying to come in on that sack there was Jared Pierce. That's going to give some momentum, though, to this Magnolia Bulldog team. Georgetown really could have used that. Unfortunately, though, as that one flew up to center field, you got to give credit to Cody Wagner.
Hey.
What a throw over to home plate to get him out.
Yeah, Wagner, that was really close. Everybody's looking. The Bulldog fans are happy. The Georgetown fans are saying he was safe, but that was as close. And that Wagner, what a throw. I mean, you can't say enough about that arm from outfield there, and to be able to dial it in on a hose like that, it was a great throw. But we sure did need that. We sure could have used that run there.
Well, regardless, if Georgetown can hold here on the defense, they are 3 outs away. Reese Grimes will be back on the mound for the Eagles. Caleb Morris will be at bat. It's the bottom of the order for the Magnolia Bulldogs. The 7, 8, 9, Caleb Morris, the designated hitter. And we'll see if they bring in a different batter, though, here. They're allowed to do that.
Yep, here we go. This is what it's all about. This is the whole, all your work, all your practices, all your batting practice, all your running, everything comes down to these moments right here and this inning right here. And so this is exciting baseball.
It will be Caleb Morris. Frank Amons and Chantel, my neighbors listening, heading to the ballpark at the Astro game. He thought it was A&M, the answer to that question earlier. Good job, fellas. We appreciate you. Another inning coming in here. Jared Pierce's family saying, go Eagles. Was in the game running for Logan in the last inning. Proud grandma here. We appreciate you listening. Matt Leishman, he got the answer right. I won't say it just yet. I told you he would.
Yeah, Matt, good job, Matt.
Another listener saying Texas Boston College. One of those teams is right. I just gave it away. Andrews and Showwater, Texas listening. Jared Pierce's family, his family all over the place listening. We appreciate them. The answer to that trivia question was the Longhorns. That game went into the longest game in NCAA history. The Longhorns won that game. Thank you for participating in the trivia. But now back to the action here. Georgetown, top of the 7th. Reese Grimes pitching to Caleb Morris. Pitch on the way. This one chopped foul off the third base line, 0-1.
How many innings, Rob, just real quick, did they go on that longest game?
I believe. I'll have to go back and look.
Stumped him, guy. Everybody out there stumped Rob on his own trivia question.
On my own question. My mind's gone. We're focused on this one. Swing here. He bit at it. Tried to pull back, but too late. 0-2 on Caleb Morris.
And we'll take that.
Reese Grimes on the mound. 0-2, Caleb Morris. The pitch. This one too far outside the first ball of this at bat. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he tried to get him to jump way out on that one. Catcher even had to jump way out on that one. And
I was going to say 25 innings, and that is the correct. Bridget also had the answer right. She said the Longhorns.
Good job, Bridget.
She said the Longhorns as well. As soon as I said Matt, she knew it. 1-2 delivery. This one popped up into the air. The center fielder, Ryan Knight, should be able to haul it in. In the sunshine, the left-handed glove on the fly to center field for the first out. Georgetown 2 outs away. That'll bring up 8th in the order, the second baseman, number 7, Adam Wynn. He is 1 for 2 this afternoon.
I tell you, it's night and day from one game to the next, and a double hitter. You just never know what's going to happen. We had a tough struggle game 2, and here we are in game 3. Still really close, but just a completely different atmosphere out here And if we can get these 2 outs, we are going to the next step.
That game, 25 innings, it went 7 hours and 3 minutes. And it was the Texas-Boston College game. One of our other listeners saying 25 innings. That is correct. I wanted to say that, but I was mixed up with something else that I was thinking of. Back in the game here. The trivia's over, folks. We're done with it. We want to get back in the action here. Georgetown 2 outs away. It will bring up Adam Wynn, the second baseman, number 7, 8th in the order. He is, however, 1 for 2 this afternoon. He had a hit, reached over to second on a wild pitch and was left stranded in the second. He struck out looking, though, back in the 4th. And the first one is hit foul off the third base side.
Strike 1.
Oh, 0-1 the count here. The pitch bit at that one, but pulled back in enough time. 1-1 even count. Reese Grimes, the pitch. This one popped up into the air again. The second baseman, Luke Seaback, in the sunshine, is going to make the grab for the second out. Georgetown 1 out away. Shelby Mullins, the right fielder, 0 for 2 this afternoon. Georgetown fans, every one of them is on their feet here at Nutrabolt Stadium. Reese Grimes. The pitch here, called the ball, 1-0. Georgetown got to keep their composure as this game is not over yet. We have seen things happen. Georgetown has got to keep in this one. This game is not over. It's far from over.
Game is far from over until it's over, especially in a game like this, in a series like this. So we just got to one pitch at a time. Let's get this guy out.
Next pitch on the way, called the ball, 2-0. Reese Grimes has got to find his rhythm here on this batter. 2 balls, no strikes, top of the 7th. Georgetown leads 4-3, 2 outs.
That's a good pitch right there.
That pitch, a strike right across as he looked at it, 2-1. Regional quarterfinal, game 3. Georgetown pitch on the way. This one hit foul.
Tied it up, 2-2 now.
2-2 the count. Georgetown 1 strike away. Mullins trying to keep the season alive for his Magnolia Bulldogs.
Grimes, on the other hand, trying to close this thing out. Send Georgetown to the next level.
Grimes on the 2-2. The pitch too far outside brings it to a payoff now at 3-2.
Here we go. This is the way it's all supposed to be here. 3-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Georgetown 1 strike away. 4-3. Georgetown leads here in the top of the 7th. Grimes, the pitch, too far out and walked him. And the Magnolia fans respond with their enthusiasm, and that will bring up the top 50 prospect, the shortstop, number 4, Jordan Groshans.
Yes. That's where you get a little cautious and you say, you know what, I'm not going to give this guy anything to put out of this ballpark and take the lead. Pitch him smart.
Jordan Groshans. It is 2 outs. Pardon me if you're watching on the scoreboard. 2 outs here, top of the 7th. Jordan Groshans is 0 for 3, struck out swinging in the 4th.
But we need him to continue right here.
Reese Grimes trying to pick on a 1-3. The base runner will remain safe.
Grimes over there saying don't even think about taking second. Stay right where you are. I'm going to focus on this batter. Got a pretty good lead.
0-0 the count here. Groshan's going to step back and call a little bit of time. Childress behind the plate for Georgetown. Boy, this is coming down to the wire here. The Georgetown students making their way out here. I guess they got out of school for this.
You'd think so, probably this afternoon.
Pitch on the way. Bounces. That's going to be a wild pitch. And that will advance a runner over to third. Georgetown's not going to be able to.
Got him!
Got him in time, but he got him! That is it!
He's got him!
That is the game! Georgetown wins! A wild pitch. The runner takes off the third. What a play by Georgetown! Your heart's go out to Magnolia, but Georgetown victorious here on a crazy play, a wild pitch, and Georgetown able to make the play on that third base pick attempt. Georgetown did what they had to do. They win the ball game and will advance to the regional semifinal playoff in round 4. Josh, not to take away from the excitement, but you got to give your hats off to this very competitive Magnolia team. I'm going to make my way down, talk things over with Reese Grimes. We may even have a co-player of the game. We'll talk about that and more, but Josh, I'll leave it up here with you, partner. Georgetown wins.
You make your way down there, and boy, I tell you what, we do. We take our hats off to Magnolia. They played great today. They, after the loss last night, it came in and they beat us this first game, and we needed to get this one, and they played us tough. And so, I'm watching that runner come around, and he hesitated. He stopped. He thought about going back to second and then just went for it. And what a great throw into third to get that last out and send this Georgetown Eagle team to the next level of the playoffs. And we'll get all of that information of what's kind of coming next from Rob after he does his interviews and close this thing out. But, boy, this crowd right now couldn't be more excited. And you know what was fun to watch is, we were a little bit down and a little bit concerned in Game 2 earlier today. Crowd was a little quiet. But you know what? Even before we even got our first hit in Game 3, this crowd, it was like they took a break in between the games. They all went and got hydrated. They all went and got them something to eat. The players got together. The coaches got with them. Everybody encouraged, and there was just a different atmosphere coming into Game 3. Like they just knew that this team could not be beat if they played their best baseball, and that's what happened. Georgetown came into Game 3, didn't get down at all, didn't look worried, came in, played their best baseball, and there we go. We're on now to the next level of this playoff and headed towards that tournament, and so it's exciting. It's exciting here in Bryan, Texas right now as the Georgetown Eagles win this ball game 4-3. I think Rob's coming on now to say something here.
I'm right next to you. Josh, I was going to ask you here, when I do the interviews, I'm on 3-4 here on the mixer. So if you notice that level that's not in the red as it is now, just make sure you raise it once we get down there.
You bet.
I'm going to head down there, talk things over. Of course, we are definitely going to talk about Jared Ross. He is the co-player of the game that stole home to get this going for Georgetown, as I send it back now to Mr. Joshua Harris. Take it away, Josh.
And he did. He stole home and got that. I mean, the momentum was already, I believe, like I was saying, in the game already on the Eagle side. It was just not saying that the Magnolia fans weren't excited and pumped up, but there's just something so special about this Georgetown Eagle fan base. They just love their baseball team, and they're just they get fired up. And when they start chanting "Eagle Fight Never Dies," or they start chanting Georgetown Eagles, it gets electric. They start stomping their feet. They get everybody behind it. They're supporting. They get fired up about bad calls, which anybody does. And they just love this baseball team, and it's been so fun to watch. I'm looking down now at the field, and I'm watching the Georgetown Eagle team get down for their pictures, and just coaches are high-fiving, and it's a great atmosphere. And you know what? Anything could have happened today with this series tied up 1-1, a victory for Georgetown last night, and then a loss today in Game 2. But Georgetown responds in a mighty way, comes out today with the 4-3 victory, and great fashion, getting a man, coming home or coming up to third, getting him out, and with a big throw and closing out this series. And like we said, though, hats off to Magnolia. They played a hard game. I was watching that runner just break down and fall down, and he thought about going back to second and then made the decision. I was watching the coach. The coach was kind of going, I don't know, and he made that decision. But tough break for Magnolia, but a good, solid break for the Georgetown Eagles as we get to continue in this playoff series. I see Rob now with his 2 players of the game, and I'm going to send it back down to him. And he's got some great interviews for us. Rob, can you hear me?
Rob Hipp down here on the sideline. We're not on the sideline. We're excited, man, just as much as I know you guys are. I'll talk first here before I talk to the player of the game, co-players of the game. Jared Ross who came in and stole home base. Jared, tell us about that play that really got things going for you and the Georgetown Eagles down here, brother.
Well, we were just looking for an opportunity to score, and Coach gave me the squeeze. It was actually a squeeze play, and as soon as he picked up his leg and he was committed to the plate, I took off, and Jeff laid down a great bunt. So it was a great team play.
Talk about a very competitive Magnolia Bulldog team. You guys were down early in this one, able to come back and take the victory, now advancing to the regional semifinal. How proud of your team are you right now, Jared Ross, after this big win today in here in Bryan, Texas?
I'm so proud of my team. It's an amazing feeling. They were a great ball club, and it took everything we had to beat them.
Final question here, Jared Ross, as you guys now move on. You got some time to let this one sink in, but then quickly you'll be back in action in round 4. Who do you want to send a shout out to? A little bit of love this afternoon from Bryan, Texas, young man.
Shout out to my family. My mom, it's her birthday today, actually, so happy birthday, Mom, and Lord and Savior.
Awesome. We appreciate you, young man. A humble young man, as always, Jared Ross. And the mamas, another mama celebrating a birthday, man. Well, now we bring on the co-player of the game. And, you know, I don't want to discredit Jared, but I'm going to elevate your game a little bit higher today. I know that we had co-players of the game, but talk about it. Reese Grimes, number 4 down here. 3 innings. You came in that 3rd inning for Grant Wood, who was struggling a bit. You pitched 4 innings. You only allowed 1 hit on 0 runs. Reese, talk about how much this win feels for you guys here in this ball game.
I mean, it's unreal. And this team is good over here. Magnolia, they played a hell of a game. But we came out here, did what we're supposed to do, and came off the dub. So
I was just going to mention you go up against a team with 2 top 50 MLB prospects, but victorious in this one. When you got the call from Grant Wood, what was your confidence level and what was going through your mind when Dusty Brinley said, hey, it's time to go in?
I was extremely confident in my team behind me because I know whatever I do, I got my guys behind me, backing me up, and they always got my back. So
I think it was a day of the Sidewinders, the Submariners. Jack Engelman in the house. I know that he was cheering you on. Talk to us about how much other players that came through of Georgetown have meant to you over the years and the mentorship that they have given you.
Well, Jack kind of taught me everything I know, and he started working with me as a sophomore, and now I'm here, and it's always good to have him back and have him watch me and see what I can do now. So I'm really happy that he got to come.
Reese Grimes on the mound here with the win for Georgetown. Finally, who do you want to send a shout out to? A little bit of love here from Bryan, Texas this afternoon.
My family and all the alumni and, of course, the student section and Jackson Champion. So
awesome. Give it up for the old Jack out there. I appreciate it. I know he loves it, man. So, hey, Reese, congratulations. What a game by Reese Grimes as Georgetown will now advance to the regional semifinal coming up here. We'll briefly talk things over with Coach Adam Foster. He said, let's get in the shade. It's hot out here on this field. Coach, you got to first and foremost give your hats off to Magnolia, a very tough and competitive team. They were up early again. They took game 2. They shut y'all out, but they were up early here in this one. Talk about the gameplay of Georgetown here, though, responding to that early deficit in game 3.
Well, there's a lot to talk about. Game 2, we only had 4 base runners. We didn't get on first base, which is our ultimate goal. In this game, man, we got to first base and we got all the guys to score. What a huge outing for Reese to come in and just close it down. There was a big knock by Luke Seaback, an infield single to put us up 4-3. There's just I'm so proud of him for not ever going away. I'm just proud.
Coach, you talk about the resilience of this team all season long. That is what champions are made of. You talked about yesterday how you've got to give it your full effort. In game number 2, I really don't feel like Georgetown got that message, but here in game 3, they definitely understood that message. Reese Grimes coming in for Grant Wood. Talk about the play of Reese Grimes on the mound and how much he has meant to your ball club this season along with the other guys.
Man, he's been huge out of the bullpen, and no bigger outing than today. That freaking team can hit. And I don't know that he allowed more than 1 hit, did he?
No.
I think just 1 hit.
No runs. No.
Yeah, yep. Man, he absolutely slammed the door. And, man, that's what we ask our guys to do. We prepare for situations like this and mentally and physically. And, man, I'm super proud of all the guys. It took, 8 guys behind him to play defense. And that last play that ended the game, man, that's just kind of our character, man. We don't go away and we don't quit. And that ball could have just sat there and that guy could have taken third. But instead, Reese hustles his butt over and hoses the guy at third base to end the baseball game. Unbelievable.
Coach, very excited and proud. We're fans as much as the fans in the stands are. Some people even say we go as far as being homers. I'm going to say we are because that's what Georgetown wants and that's what they like. Of course, when we do network broadcasts, it's a little more unbiased. But, right. Again, we do give credit to Magnolia. Coach, not to make things on a sad note, but I know the next round we'll be playing the winner of Santa Fe versus another. Tragic news out of Santa Fe High School with the shootings there this morning. Just our thoughts and prayers go out to those kids down there in the Houston, Texas area.
Yeah, absolutely. Feel terrible for that school and for that community, and know that we're praying for them and we're pulling for them. I don't know what's going on with that series. I'm going to assume they didn't play today. I'm not even going to worry about that right now. They got way bigger fish to fry than a baseball game. So we love you guys, and we'll be praying for you. And if you guys need something, you need to shout out and let us know. We'll help you out in any way we can.
Awesome. We've already heard a lot of words of encouragement and support, even from Nutrabolt Stadium here, going as far as saying, hey, we'll even host them and try to raise money for that. So, again, Coach, victorious today. Appreciate you all season long. We move on to the 4th round now. Things rocking and rolling for the Georgetown. Coach, I got to ask you, though. Chrissy will want me to. Who do you want to shout out to this afternoon?
I got to shout out to my wife, who's at home. She's mad because she's not here. I love you, and to my girls.
Awesome, Coach. I kept saying Adam Brindley by mistake, so she corrected me. It's Dusty Brindley. Quit saying that. So I got it down, Coach. Appreciate you, Coach. That's right. Hey, well, we love all of the family here at Georgetown. Christy Foster and the rest of the Georgetown family. Love them all. Great folks. Joshua, but you talk about what a game for Georgetown as they respond in a very resilient way. You've got the positive juice, man, up there in the booth. And that is exactly what Georgetown needed to hear. They needed things to happen. And, boy, talk about Reese Grimes and the play from all of these kiddos here, making things happen. Action Jackson as well. Joshua, I'm going to send it back up to you as I quickly head up there. We've got another game starting here in a few moments. I'm going to send it up to you, and we'll quickly break this one down, brother.
You bet, man. And I tell you what, I love my favorite thing that the coach just said was that this team never gives up. You never count this team out. They never quit. And so to close it out like that with such a great throw there at the end of the game, to get that guy at third and to close this game out, that's exactly what Eagle Fight Never Dies is all about. Until the last pitch, until the last swing, until the last base, even in other sports that Georgetown is about. I know we're talking about baseball, but I've seen it on the football field. Until there's just nothing else you can do, that's what these teams do. And so we're just so excited that Georgetown gets to now move forward into the new series. And I haven't said anything about the tragedy that happened today, and just because they brought it up, and I'm a Christian, and I just want that Santa Fe High School to know that as soon as I heard about it, I started to pray. I started to pray for those families. I started to pray for those who are hurting, need to be healing. But more than that, I don't know a final number, but I know that at least 8 students were killed this morning just walking into an art class. And so I just want you to know that on behalf of Oak Ridge Ministries, who you've heard a lot about during this series, and we're sponsors, we're going to be praying for your families. We're going to be praying for healing. We're going to be praying for strength. And we just wish you all the best in such a tragic day. And so Rob's made it back up here now. And so awesome. What a great victory. Hey, while we're closing this out, let me just get to some of our sponsors just one more time. It'll be a week or so before we're able to talk about them again, and whoever kind of comes on board this next level. We want your support. We need your support. The team needs your support, so thank you. But the presenting sponsor, as Rob has mentioned and talked a lot about, is Cruising Kitchens. Cameron Davies over there, just like today, he said he opened up a huge 40,000 square foot display or warehouse. Unbelievable. So Cruising Kitchen, thank you for your support of Georgetown Eagle baseball. Love what you do. Cruising Kitchens is a custom mobile business fabricator. Their range builds largest mobile kitchens to full entertainment trailers that include jumbotrons. Cruising Kitchens, that website is cruisingkitchens.com. Also, on behalf of all of us at Oak Ridge Ministries, we want to thank you for allowing us to be a part of Georgetown baseball and just throughout the year, Rob, for all you do. If you listen, here's the bottom line. If you know somebody, whether it's male or female, because we have avenues where we can help females as well in other areas, in other locations that not a part of Oak Ridge, but that we can send there, that's ready to surrender, has had an issue with drug and alcohol addiction. That's our specialty. That's my heart. Give me a call, 512-905-2111. And if I don't have a bed, we have other places that we can find for you that are Christ-centered. And just believe that that's the only thing that works, the power of the God that made us. And so www.oakridgedisciplehouse.com is our website. You can go to the handbook and see everything that we're doing. And here's the bottom line. I don't care what you have and what you don't have. I don't care about your money. I don't care about a lot of things that a lot of rehabs and treatment centers care about. All I care about is that your loved one or you yourself want to change and are tired of living in that life and that bondage. So please give us a call. Also, joining us on board for sponsorship is Texas Traditions Roofing. Wes Strand and Mike Pickle over there, proudly supporting Eagle baseball, commercial and residential roofing repair and replacement. Texas Traditions Roofing is online at traditionsroofing.com. Georgetown Interstate Transmission and Auto Repair. Auto repair at its finest. Honored to support Eagle Baseball, specializing in a wide variety of auto repair services, not just transmissions. Their website is georgetownautorepair.com. Georgetown Shirt Company also on board for this series, specializing in screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, and much, much more. Their website is gtshirt.com. Gateway Mortgage Group, specializing in communities, families, and homes. Gateway Mortgage Group is online at borrowfrommorrow.com, and that's Matt Morrow over there leading that incredible team. Georgetown U-Haul and Climatized Containers. Climatized Containers proudly supports Georgetown Eagle Baseball. One-stop shopping for your moving supplies and storage needs. Their website is climatizedcontainer.com. And last one is Doug Groves over there at the Pregame Insurance Group, focusing and specializing in business insurance. That is their specialty. Give them a call for all your business insurance need. You can find them at pigbcs.com.
Joshua, as always, appreciate you carrying that while I was getting back up here. Quickly to break things down, we've got another game starting up here, so we got to break this one down pretty quick here. Your final, Georgetown 4, Magnolia 3. The Georgetown Eagles will move on to the fourth round here to the regional semifinal playoff. We'll have details on that. In this ball game, though, here, the decisive game 3 on a crazy play. Georgetown, after it bounces off the back of the brick, able to make that play there on a wild pitch to get the runner out at third base.
We talked about again, that brick helped us out a little bit. It was great.
Magnolia finishes here with 3 runs in this game on 4 hits, no errors, 4 left on base for the Georgetown Eagles. Final stats here, final numbers from the scorebook. 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors. They leave 4 on base. The Georgetown Eagles victorious. We also want to make sure that we give a special shout out and thanks to our good friends here in Bryan, Texas at Nutrabolt Stadium, home of the Bombers baseball, Travis Park. We appreciate the fine work and all the assistance that we've had from Richard Zane, the public address announcer.
Thank you, Richard.
As well as Coach Brian Nelson, the head coach of this Bombers baseball team.
Coach Brian, great job, sir.
Next round, again, we aren't even going to look at that right now, as our thoughts and prayers are with those students at Santa Fe High School and the families that were affected earlier today. We will play the winner of that series, the Kingwood Park Santa Fe series. But again, that is on nobody's mind right now. What's on our mind is thoughts and prayers for all of those kiddos and the families that were affected down there in Houston, Texas.
Yeah, you bet.
Morning.
And I was saying as you were coming back up, our prayers, I started praying as soon as you sent that post and I saw it. I was like, wow. So please know that we're praying for your family. So sorry for your loss, the injuries, the trauma, everything that's going on. Oak Ridge Ministries commits to be praying for you absolutely in the days, weeks, and months ahead, Rob.
Well, again, your final happy score here from Nutrabolt Stadium, Game 3, the decisive game. The Georgetown Eagles victorious as they will move on to the fourth round of the playoffs. Your final score, Georgetown 4, Magnolia 3, beg your pardon. For Nathan Height and Joshua Harris, I'm Rob Hipp. This has been another edition of Georgetown Eagle Baseball here on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. Remember, friends, as I always like to say, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other, so provide a word of encouragement, lend a hand of support. Somebody, especially today, needs you. For all of